quadruple charge.
To me, next season we can win the quadruple. People might not laugh. The people quadruple. Absolutely, listen. And the reason why I say that is because for Leicester to win the league, that means anything can happen.
Trophies are Arsenal going to win this season, and which ones?
We're going to win 2. We're going to win the FA Cup and the Premier League.
Up the Gunners!
Dominant in the Premier League, and the FA Cup we always seem to win.
The best team in England. We're in the league, we're in the Champions League, we're in the FA Cup, and whatever the Milk Cup is called these days. We're doing a lot. We're doing all 4 of them, pals. At least so.
I think that Arsenal is going to do well in the Champions League. In the Champions League and the Premier League. This is the time to get the trophy.
They will win the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup.
We're going to win them all, mate. Every single one of them. Champions League, Premier League, League Cup, FA Cup. Done. FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. And why? Best team in the land.
All you Ladbroke fans and everybody else who support the Arsenal, we're not in the mix anymore. We are sailing across with something special this year.
Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN. Big up to everyone that is locked in. Arsenal win today 3-2 against Chelsea. And big up to Morocco. You're into the final. Big up to Morocco. Let's just run it, man. Nigerians, there must be stress right now.
He's crying in his car. Ronaldo. Where'd you go? Airport is that way. Ronaldo, he's crying in his car. Ronaldo.
Big up to Morocco, man. Big up to Morocco. You know what I'm saying? Absolute big up to Morocco. They did their thing. So congratulations to Morocco, man. Congratulations to Morocco to get into the final. And I know a lot of Moroccans around here in Barcelona. I've met a lot of Moroccans. So big up to the Moroccans, always showing me love. So hopefully they win it, man. Hopefully they win it. Nigeria, you missed it. You know what I mean? You messed it up in the penalties. It is what it is. It happens. Big up to Lee for the raid as well. And let's get straight into this. I can't lie. I'm looking at this game going, we should have cleared Chelsea by 2 goals. We could have scored more goals. Chelsea were absolutely rubbish. I'll be real. We absolutely gifted them the 2 goals from Garnacho, which is no fault of theirs. It's all our fault. Our defending for Garnacho, like the set pieces, even though we scored from a set piece, we also switched off in the set pieces. Nobody closing down Garnacho, giving him plenty of space. I don't know what was going on. But from the get-go, for me, Arsenal were the better team. We were the team with more intent. We continued to attack. We actually pressed as a team. Even when we make substitutions, we kept attacking. I'd like to see more of that. I'd actually like to see more of that. And today, you know what I'm saying, was actually a decent performance apart from the 2 sloppy goals that we gave Chelsea. We didn't need to give those opportunities to Chelsea. But it is what it is. We won. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the Emirates, we most likely are going to try and stink it out. Listen, I keep saying I want a trophy no matter what. You know what I mean? We'll get into the conversation. For me, even if he wins this competition, it's not good enough. For me, Arteta's got to win a major if he's going to stay at my football club. But I will still celebrate trophies. You know what I mean? Any trophy, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, you know what I mean? I'll still celebrate those trophies. It doesn't matter to me at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? But today, I think our intent was very good. The way that we was going forward was very good. Even from the start, the corner, Ben White took that header really, really well. Chelsea, I don't know what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Ben White just had so much time to just jump up and headed that in 1-0 to the Arsenal. Zubimendi with a cross to Gyokeres. It was just behind him, but he managed to still take on the defender and get a shot off that just went wide. The cross could have been a bit better from Zubimendi, but it is what it is. I like that a lot of our players were going forward today, making runs and attacking Chelsea and actually pressing them. One of the things I was worried about is how we're going to deal with their press. Today, I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Obviously, Caicedo's suspended. You know what I'm saying? But the midfield that they had, they didn't implement the same midfield, and we was able to play through their midfield quite easy today. I can't lie. And we looked like the team that were dangerous. We looked like the team that wanted it more, if I be completely honest with you. Arsenal was much deserved today for our win. And there was a counter-attack. Saka, you know what I'm saying? Too much on the ball. And then he passes it to Gyokeres and then he just hits it wide. I think Saka today was a bit frustrating again. I think he was just taking too many touches, was taking too long to release the ball. It was a bit frustrating. Like I said, Saka's got to up his performances, if I'm going to be completely honest. He needs to up his performances. There was a free kick where Zubamendi on the volley smacked it straight over the bar. Should have done a bit better with it, to be honest. A bit more composure, just cushion it. You didn't need to strike it so hard. But Zubamendi was better today. I felt like he was actually contributing to our counter-attacks and actually going forward, getting himself in good positions at times. So it is what it is. Saliba with a shot just over the bar as well. That shot there, boy, I thought that almost went in. Literally grazed the top of the flipping goal. He could have done a bit better, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm saying it is what it is. I'm happy with our intent today. I feel like we was actually going forward. We were actually trying to impose ourselves and actually trying to attack. You know what I'm saying? Actually trying to attack, which it is what it is. At half, obviously, second half, a Saka to Ben White, then a low cross into Gyokeres. He taps it in. The goalkeeper should have done better, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, the Chelsea keeper should have done better. But once again, if you get Gyokeres at the end of chances, he will score goals. This is what we've been saying. This is what we've been calling out for. Get him at the end of opportunities. Stop trying to get him when he's on the wing and trying to go in and do the false nine thing. It ain't happening. Do you know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. But yeah, man, it is what it is. I think it's much deserved. Even Chelsea fans will go away from this game saying, yo, Arsenal deserve to have won this game. Obviously, the job's not done. We still need to go to the Emirates. But we were the team that, was actually creating more chances to bury the game, not Chelsea, in my opinion. So Pedro Neto with a cross to Ben White on the floor. Garnacho scores it. I don't know what Ben White was doing there. I don't know what Ben White was doing on the floor. Didn't even win his aerial duel, just messing around. It was poor from Ben White. I don't know what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? There was even an opportunity where Pedro Neto went right around Ben White as well. He got nutmegged. Ben White needs to up his form. I remember he got nutmegged against Porto. He needs to improve, bro. Not good enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Ben White needs to improve, bro, because it's not been good enough, if I'll be completely honest. Not been good enough. Getting nutmegged against a Portsmouth player, Pedro Neto rounding you, just going around you like you're a kid. You need to improve there. And then the Garnacho goal, when it's 2-0 up, Chelsea wasn't doing anything. All of a sudden, you go to sleep, don't win your aerial duel, fall asleep instead of marking Garnacho. And it was a good finish by Garnacho. No matter what we want to say about Garnacho, he turned up today. He turned up today for Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? He did his bit and has kept them in the tie. It's a 1-goal difference. We still need to bury these guys at the Emirates. So, to be honest, Garnacho today, he turned up. Don't rate Garnacho. I don't think he's a baller. I don't think he's a good player, but he turned up today. And even Chelsea fans got to be honest and say, yo, he turned up today. It is what it is. Gyokeres to Zubamendi in the box. Shot, goal. Very good build-up play. Very good assist as well from Gyokeres. I think the way that we built up that goal for the Zubamendi goal, even the way he took it very well. Very good finish from Zubamendi, to be honest. Much better performance from Zubamendi today. I can't lie. I've been criticizing Zubamendi, but like this is what I've always said. If you put in a good performance, I'll also give you your praise. It's not because I don't like a player or I don't think a player's been playing well that I won't give you praise when you perform well. Zubamendi performed well today. He did well today. Much better than what I've seen. Do you know what I mean? Had his goal, was actually getting into good areas, a couple of good passing as well. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. So, also that made it 3-1. And then there was a corner headed out to Garnacho, and then he has a shot on goal. Nobody closing him down. The only one closing Garnacho down was Saka. That's poor. Why is Saka marking Garnacho? You know what I mean? Once again, falling asleep. You know what I mean? We clear it back out to Garnacho. Nobody picking him up. And just allowed him to score. Just too easy. It's poor. It's poor. It's really, really poor defending today. We gifted them goals. You know what I'm saying? We gifted them goals. Let's just be real today. But it is what it is. We still got the job done. And I like to see us build on this performance that we're actually attacking and we're actually going forward and we actually have the incentive to try and put the game to bed. I think we actually, this is the first time in a long time I've seen this team actually press as a team. We actually were pressing them as a team in the first half. And the thing is, I'm not surprised. All my criticism has come because I know what this team can do and I know what they haven't been doing. I know that this team can play like this. I know this team can attack. I know the attacking talent that we've got. I know that this team want to go forward and impose themselves. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Martinelli taking forever to pass it to Gabriel Jesus. Then he plays him through. Gabriel Jesus gets fouled in the box and it's offside. Martinelli, play the pass faster. Play the pass faster, bro. Just run the pass faster. You don't need to take so long to make your decision. Otherwise, we would have got a penalty. And then we would have come away from this game it would have been 4-2. You know what I'm saying? Had Martinelli have played Jesus faster, like played the through ball faster and actually played him through. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Ultimately, yeah, I'm saying, yo, big up my G. Hey, make sure you're subscribing to What You Mean TV, man. Big up my G. You know what I'm saying? Let me make you a mod. Big up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big up. Add this mod. There we go. Big up, my G. You know what I'm saying? Big up, bro. And yeah, man, it is what it is. I'm going to put the link out. Anyone want to jump on and have their say. But ultimately, for me, I was just happy of the way that we impose ourselves in the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was annoyed when we conceded because I was like, yo, we're in full control. Like, Chelsea weren't doing anything, bro. They looked all over the place. They looked really poor. Really poor. And they can say they got injuries. But at the end of the day, let's just keep it consistent. At the end of the day, listen, you man have spent enough money on that squad to be able to have players that can do a job for you and actually perform and turn up. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Obviously, the midfield, if they could have played the midfield of Reece James and Caicedo, I think it would have been a different game. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. At the end of the day, you have to use your squad, bro. You have to do what you can do. And at the end of the day, we turned up and it's 3-2. Not over, but I'm happy. You know what I mean? Big up, bro. What you saying, man?
What you saying, Bled? You're right, yeah?
I'm good, man. Morocco's through, bro. My G's.
Listen, bro. I want to big up the set piece coach, first of all. That's what I want to big up. I want to big up the set piece coach. We went in, bro. We had a 1-0 lead. We should have took that. We should have took the game by the scuff of the neck, or at least put it to bed in the first 45 minutes. Bro, you're winning. Chelsea lost all composure. Do you know what I'm saying? They were shocked. They didn't know what happened. Do you know what I'm saying? They started attacking more. They wanted it more. So you can see a lot of that's how we could have created or exploited those spaces. But we didn't. The first 45 minutes, I don't know. We don't really create like that. Second half, however, we started to move a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, I actually said that on Nats's stream before this. We got Nats. I said that we attacked more than usual. Usual when they equalize, we just say, you know what? Let's get the draw and cut. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the draw and cut and just bring them to home and we'll just deal with the game. It wasn't that cagey. I thought the game was going to be more cagey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. It had more goals. You know what I'm saying? It had more goals as well, 3-2. I don't know why it had to be Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all the players, I don't know why it had to be him. He's such a prick, bro. Like, I don't know why. I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like him. I'll be real. He scored 2 and it just, I don't know how. First goal, however, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Chelsea created as well. I feel like they didn't do well in the final third. Like the final pass wasn't there, but they actually were they were building up from, you know what I'm saying? They were building up from their defense. So they were building up, they were opening us up. And I feel like that's the best back four we have. Timber got cooked and Ben White got cooked. Let's be real. A couple of times. But still, bro, like 3-2, I'm happy with I feel like we're through to the final. I feel like that's enough. You know what I'm saying? We can go back and kind of like, you know, bake off and let them have the ball and we'll get the set pieces in it. It's not a problem. We'll score from there. So I feel like we can get this. We can get this through set pieces. I feel like we could have done more, but still, man, I'm happy. I'm happy overall. Declan Rice, like Declan Rice always is. Gabriel, Saliba, always good. You know what I'm saying? Kepa, I don't know, good, kind of. There was a couple of saves that he had to make from Esteval. Who else? Probably Odegaard, didn't see him. Zubamendi defensively, you know how it is, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to
Trossard was irritating, bro. I think Trossard was a bit frustrating, bro. I can't lie. I think Trossard was frustrating.
Why?
Not releasing the ball fast enough. But that's releasing it a lot of times. Like, he was getting to it and he's holding it. And it's like, what are you doing? But then I saw the same at times with Saka. And I agree with the chat. I think at times Saka could have released the ball. And they're not releasing the ball. Do you get what I'm saying?
This guy, YXUNGM. That guy has a football mind. You know why? Zubimendi is a number 8, 100%. 100%. I feel like if we just switch, if you need to play Zubimendi, you have to play him, switch him up, bro. Like that guy, the way he took that goal, that's not a defensive midfielder. He has feet, you know what I'm saying? He has feet. And that's not easy to do as well. He twisted up, what's his name? Fofana, you know what I'm saying? He twisted him up. There's nothing he can do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has to play in that number 8. With Rice there, the work rate is there, but like creativity ain't there. Let's be real. The creativity ain't there. Same goes for Odegaard, but for Declan Rice, the creativity ain't really there. He's a box crasher. And when you play against low block teams, you don't need a box crasher. There's already bare defenders in their box. What are you going to go do there? Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a 50-50 instead of us playing a through ball and making it 70-30. Do you know what I'm saying? Or 80-20. It's really just, in my opinion, Zubimendi should play in the number. He took his goal well, bro. I'll be honest. He took his goal well. That was a brilliant goal. Ben White giving it to Ben White. You know Ben White, yeah? Surprisingly, he actually, you know, when he goes up, he moves a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He moves. He has a couple of ideas I like. You know what I'm saying? Ben White actually has a couple of ideas that I like, but I'll be honest, that pass shouldn't have went through. Sanchez should have caught that. You know what I'm saying? That was so easy. That was mad easy. But Gyokeres, right time, right place. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And do you know what I love more about Gyokeres, yeah? Mandem, anybody in the chat, I don't know if you've seen this. No. When he scored, he didn't celebrate straight away. Like, he didn't go crazy.
Yeah. He just whatever. Yeah, I saw that.
It's not enough for him. That's what we like. That's people we like. Do you know what I'm saying? That's people what we like. That's not enough. And he understands when we say, yo, listen, that's not enough. We want more. Do you know what I'm saying? He has that mentality, and I love it, bro. I love that mentality, bro. That's a winner mentality. See, you can't buy that. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy that. Another player would have ran, went crazy. You know what I'm saying? He did the celebration, whatnot, but like he didn't go crazy. Like he should, because he scored the second, didn't it? Like he should have went mad. Another player would have. I love that mentality, bro. Like I actually do. I rate
now
that.
we just need the rest of them to be giving him that kind of service. That's what we need. You know what I mean?
Surprisingly, the bench player.
I can't lie. I was watching the game. Little Beanie there. You know what I'm saying? Another one. I chat to you about that. She was going, yo, this is like, why are we not going forward? Like, there was times in the game, like, why are they not going forward? Like, what is this? You don't even watch ball, you know? She don't even watch ball. She's like, why are we not going forward? She goes, forward, attack forward. You know what I'm saying? Even the thing knew about ball, bro. She's like, yo, this is dead. Why are you going backwards, sideways, bro? She's getting onto Arteta, bro. I can't even lie. She don't even watch ball.
Listen, man, on a misogynistic thing, I don't think that she would have been into football. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I know your type. I don't.
South Americans, bro. It's attack everything. Attack in the bedroom,
brother.
Attack you.
That's the mentality there.
Attack the man. Attack everything. Everything's attack.
Yeah. Attack his money. Attack his money. You know what I'm saying? Attack his life. Attack his
cars. Break his window. Attack his tires. You know what I'm saying?
His phone. His Insta is crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like that's how it is
crazy, bro. I'm glad, bro, because I had a good time, bro. I can't even lie, bro. Man was piping out the thing at halftime. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, shit. I want the end of the.
That's the best. That's happy ending, bro. That's happy ending, right?
Well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 3-2, innit? We won. We're probably into the final. No,
we're not on and off the pitch.
Yo, the other day I read something online. Yeah, they were like, "There's two types of men out there. Yeah, there's tapping merchants. So there's tapping. You know what I'm saying? There's like a Haaland. They're always right place, right time, tapping, goal. You know what I'm saying? And there's worldies. You know what I'm saying? There's worldies. There's people that don't score a lot, but when they score, mad thing. But no. I hear that, bro. I hear that.
Make it rain. Well, this is what I'm saying. We're attacking football. You know what I'm saying?
Simple as. Why am I going through the whole process, North? We don't do processes, do we?
Man. No processes, bro.
Straight to the
bro. Huh? We're straight to the top. We're straight to the top. 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that, bro.
But you know what? Yeah, I like a lot of the chances that we created. Like I said, yeah, I just felt like Trossard sometimes holding on to the ball too much. Sometimes
You think Saka
as well.
created? Or are you counting that?
Not creating for Gyokeres, bro. Not creating for Gyokeres. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like he's not linking up with Gyokeres. That's one thing that I wanted. And also, we need to start switching on for the set pieces because we gave them stupid goals, bro. Like the amount of time and space that Garnacho had, nobody picking him up. It's like we need to just sort that out a little bit. But I reckon we're through to the final, bro. I can't lie.
But the first goal wasn't a set piece, innit? It was a Pedro Neto cross. That, that Ben White, Ben White missed the header. But it went through.
Ben White effed that up. Ben White effed that up. That was on Ben White, the first one. But in the second one as well, it's like, who's picking it up? Nobody. The only one that was closing them down on the second one was Saka, bro. Literally. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
so we need to deduct some money from the set piece coach. So he can't. So we've got a manager that can only defend and not attack, and we've got a set piece coach that can only attack but can't defend.
You know.
Now we've got a throwing coach. We got a throwing coach.
We got throwing coach. Zibby, innit? Zibby.
Exactly. This is the time you use that word. You know what I'm saying? This is the exact time that you use that word. Do you remember that one? Do you remember that one? There's certain times.
No, bro, I'm telling you. Listen, it ain't over, yeah. But at the end of the day, I didn't see anything from this Chelsea, innit? Like the Maresca Chelsea, that's the one that was battling us. Obviously,
do you think they created North though? Do you think they created?
Bro, do you know what it is? They changed their midfield. Obviously, they couldn't play Caicedo. You know what I'm saying? And Reece James wasn't there. If they play Caicedo and Reece James in that midfield, that's when we have real problems against them. Let's just keep it 100. That's when we have real problems, bro. Like, even if they added Lavia, obviously Lavia is injured as always. You know what I'm saying? But like, if Caicedo in that midfield, Caicedo and Reece James, we're having problems against them. You know what I'm saying? We're having problems because when we faced that midfield, we had no answer. We had no answer up against that midfield. So listen, but at the end of the day, yeah, like at the end of the day, this happens in football, and I'm not going to give Chelsea any.
But they played through us, innit? Like they did play through the midfield today. Do you think? Do you think they played through the midfield today?
I didn't really feel like they really created anything. Like Esteval, like Timber was doing his thing against Esteval. Like he was comfortable against Esteval.
You don't think Esteval was?
I think Ben White was the one that was giving them the opportunities. Ben White was the one getting cooked. Cause yeah, I'm saying like Neto was even kicked it round him, went straight past him, bro. I'm telling you, Ben White, bro, he looks like a shadow of the player that he was, bro. Man guy's getting nutmegged in that against Portsmouth. I'm telling you, he's looking finished, bro. He's looking finished. You know that top guy in the ends, but now he's like hitting his late 40s and he still wants to be the top G. And it's like, you're not the top G no more, bro.
Yeah, a couple of men just have to sit him down and be like, yo, listen, even Zinedine Zidane left. You know what I'm saying? It's the dunya. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
He's not listening to you no more.
You have to understand, though, when it's sometimes to sit at home. You've seen Jim Jones. You've seen Jim Jones, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones is exactly the kind of person that when you're at that age and still, you know what I'm saying, and still have that kind of mindset that you can be that guy. You know what I'm saying? It just looks silly. And he made him look silly, let's be honest, bro. But that's the thing. Pedro Neto and Esteval, one-on-one, it's a problem with them. It's like Madwakey. Madwakey, obviously the final third ain't there, but he can beat any man one-on-one. Do you get it? So I feel like Pedro Neto was a tough opponent for what's his name, Ben White. I feel like he's a tough opponent for Ben White. I feel like it was a little bit tougher for Ben White, to be honest, when it came to Pedro Neto. Because I feel like Ben White is someone we play against another. Maybe Ben White should be more against lesser teams. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a little, you know what I'm saying, Wolverhampton or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's some players will cook you in those days. But that's the thing. I feel like they played through our midfield. I don't know if you guys see it like I saw it. I feel like they were building and playing through our midfield like not other teams usually do. Like other teams usually don't build or split our midfield into halves like this team did today. I feel like they did their thing with what they had on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if they, like you said, Caicedo, James, it would have been a long game. But again, bro, I feel like we can do this. We can go shut up shop, play the set pieces. And I'm saying that's the only thing you can really do right now. You get me? That's what I think. That's what I would do. I'll be honest. But
I kind of didn't understand why Eze didn't come on. When I saw Moreno and Martinelli come on, I'm like, why is Eze not coming on? I don't understand what's going on. Why Eze can't get any minutes? If I be completely honest, I really don't.
He ain't gonna run like that, Eze. Come on, Eze ain't gonna run like that. Eze doesn't have work rate. Eze's those, that kind of player. You know what I'm saying? Number 10s, bro. Like people know about number 10s, even in like
Jordan Henderson's. He wants a midfielder, Jordan Henderson's. Is that what he wants?
Yeah, he wants a bunch of Jordan Henderson. I swear to God, that's what he wants, bro. That's what he wants, bro. Pie and mash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shepherd's pie. I like shepherd's pie, I'll be honest. But like, you know what I'm saying? These kind of like these kind of footballers, get stuck in, work hard. He don't want nobody to create. We don't need to create much. We've got set pieces. We don't need to create much. We're already up by 1. Every game we're up by 1, North. Stay with me, yeah? Everybody. Every game we're up by 1. So today, in reality, we won 2-1. You know what I'm saying? We didn't win 3. Today, in reality, it's 2-2. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I know other people would say, why do set pieces count for Chelsea then? No, but that's not the main income. Our main income is set pieces. You know what I'm saying? That's what our main income is. You get me? But listen, North, it is what it is. Eze ain't gonna play in this team when it comes to games like this. Eze's only gonna play in cups against lesser teams. Maybe play a little 30 minutes here and there, maybe against. But he ain't gonna play, bro. He ain't gonna play. He ain't gonna take off Odegaard, bro. What does it say that you take off your captain? What does it say? Your captain, bro. Your captain's supposed to stay 90 minutes every game. You made him captain. You made him something. You told us to build the team around him. And
I didn't see him do anything, bro. I'll be real. I didn't see Odegaard do anything, bro.
No, neither did I. But like, that's what Arteta spoke to the people.
I'm tired of talking about him. It's like, yeah, my man, yeah. You know when you got that guy that just wants to be in the ends and his man's like, who invited him, bro? Like lie. It's deep in it, lie. He's just there, innit?
He's somebody else's family, you know what I'm saying? So we got to allow him. It's you know what I'm saying? It's his cousin. Oh,
his cousin used to be a G back in the day. So
it is what it is. Give him a pass. You give him a pass, bro. You're going to have to give him a pass, bro. It's long. But yeah, that's how it is, bro. He ain't going to play. You know that, North. He ain't going to play. Eze ain't going to play these kind of games. That's why I don't understand why Eze...
Nah. You mean you ain't doing this? You said you'll take Odegaard at your club. Don't even try it now. About Pep does the same with Bernardo. You're not doing this. You were saying how you would take Odegaard. You can take him. We told you can take him and you can take the manager as well.
Bernardo's better than Odegaard right now. How old is Bernardo Silva? Like 34?
Bernardo, I think 32, 33.
Bro, he's better than Odegaard right now. If we're talking like right now, bro.
Look at this guy. He's laughing because he knows. He knows he said that. He knows. You know what I'm saying? I swear down, bro. You know what I mean? No Firmao, I've been waiting all day to say, hold that Forza Porto. Va tomar no cu. How about that? You know what I'm saying? This is not a harmonious way to manage the squad. Keep picking his face. This is how he's been managing this squad and this team. This is what he's been doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's been doing. You know what I mean? This is what he's been doing, bro. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Like ultimately today, like I said, I just like the fact that we was actually trying to attack this. We still had moments where we're just doing nothing. My girl was going off like, what is this? What kind of football is this? Like, go forward, attack. But she was cussing. She's like, what is this? Is rubbish.
Nah, she just wanted you to get off the game, bro. She was like,
she don't know my opinion. I never spoke to her about ball ever. Never spoke to her. I never said anything. She was the one saying attack. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. You were born to attack. That's why you're saying this. You know what I'm saying? you were born to attack, man.
They were.
Bro,
but that's how the Spanish. Listen, that's the Spanish mentality, bro. That's the Spanish mentality. We don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't play. We attack
all the time.
Yeah, bro, come on, bro. It's the Spanish mentality. They attack, bro. They attack. Even you watch their league. That's how they play football, bro. They attack. You know what I'm saying? So she's used to maybe watching once a game or two, you know what I'm saying, a year. And she probably sees the Spanish league, bro. Everybody attacks. Spanish national team attacks. Yeah, Bernardo isn't. No, he is. No, I don't hate him. Why would I hate him? Now, you know what it is? I have no feelings towards any player. These are just football players. They play football and that's it. I forget about them, bro. I forget about them, bro. What do you think this is? You think he's some fucking top gooner right into at work, yeah, at break time, yeah? This is him. Dear Saka, I hope you had a good birthday. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is, do you get me, bro? Like, I just talk about football, the football. That's it. I don't have any. You play well, you play. If you don't, you sit down. Bernardo's way better than him, bro. Way better than him. Techier than him. You know what I'm saying? Has a better mind on the ball. Like, maybe Odegaard can only run more than him. But, like, as a number 10, no.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna ask. I'm sick and tired of asking players to do things they clearly can't do. Odegaard can't play for a press, and Odegaard is not going to influence teams that are going to commit a lot of players forward. So I'm not gonna ask it from him anymore. Now I look straight at the manager. I'll just look straight at Arteta and say, "Yo, do you know what I'm saying? It's on you. You're the one playing him. Do you know what I'm saying?" Zubimendi, but we knew this when Zubimendi first come here. Obviously, he hasn't been here that long, yeah. But we could see that he could pick a pass. The problem is he hasn't been doing it lately. Today, he was actually getting into good areas and going forward. You know what I'm saying? The problem is when he has to help out Rice to defend. Defensively, he's still very shaky. Yeah, I'm still very shaky defensively, which means Declan Rice has to get back and cover. But we can see him picking up good passes going forward. We can see that he can pick a pass. The thing is about consistency. You know what I mean? Like, one of the things I was saying, yo, Zubimendi, I don't see this guy thriving defensively. It was kind of like, do you remember Jorginho? When we had Jorginho and his fan base was telling me he's a DM, I said, Jorginho's not a DM. He can't play DM. His best attributes is passing, going forward, pick a pass from deep, ping it. You know what I'm saying? To the front three. He never had the attributes. He never had the attributes to be a DM, to actually win that midfield battle. Never did it. Could never do it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's the same with Zubimendi. The problem is that puts a lot of the defensive work back on Rice. And then when Rice gets burnt out, then he starts switching because he's like, I'm doing it all by myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where if we're going to get the strength out of Zubimendi, then allow him to go forward and express himself. The problem is, if Zubimendi is going forward, then Rice is going forward because Rice likes to box crash. Like Rice likes to do the box-to-box thing. He doesn't. He's not a sitting number 6. You know what I mean, or number 8. But
why can't he sit though?
Unless he tells him to sit, he can tell him to sit.
Would you make him sit? Do you like what Rice does as a box crasher?
Do you know what? I would make Rice sit on the 6 and say, Rice, you can be effective on set pieces going forward. Yeah. We don't need you to go forward because you're the only one that can actually show that back line. And going forward, it's not like you can pick up a pass and stuff like that. You give us another target if we cross the ball in the box. But how many times does he score headers? He doesn't really score headers on a frequent basis. So I'm like, yo, you sit. Zubimendi, you can't do the defensive work, then you go up. You go up and you actually try to do the Santi Cazorla thing where you start trying.
It's like a Xhaka. It's like what we did with Xhaka, isn't it?
Facts. Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And you relieve his duty of having to defend. The problem is Rice is getting mad because Rice is bombing forward and then bombing back, bombing forward, then bombing back. And then he's seeing Zubimendi leaving space and being way too high, and then he's bombing and he's getting knackered and getting tired, and that's where he gets frustrated. So
that's why he gets injured as well. People forget. That's why he gets injured as well. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So I think that's what we got to do. Like at the end of the day, we got to do a Xhaka thing where we go, yo, listen, Zubimendi, you can't defend. You're just gonna have to you can just go forward and affect us going forward. Rice, you got to sit. You know what I mean? And then you can take set pieces, free kicks, corners. That's when you can affect us going forward. But other than that, we need you to sit. And
but people are telling me that Rice is the best number 8 in the world.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. He's the best crosser in the world that I'm seeing right now. In my opinion, he's the best crosser of the ball. Best 8? No. No. Like, nah. He doesn't do enough in open play for me to say that he's the best 8. Like an 8, actually supposed to dictate play. Rice don't dictate play. Let's just be. I don't understand what these men are watching when they're watching football. Rice does not dictate a game. Rice is effective from set pieces. They're two different things. He doesn't dictate a game. Rice is nowhere near the level of not even a Cazorla. He used to dictate the game. He dictated the tempo. Rice don't do.
I don't think they know what an 8 is. I think we have two definitions of 8, us and these people, because Zubimendi, what he did today, that's a number 8. You see the way he took that goal? That's a number 8, creating, because that needed tech, you know what I'm saying, and some kind of like attacking mind, you know what I'm saying, and that's something that Zubimendi has, you know what I'm saying. He has a pass as well. Let's be honest. You remember that flick that he gave Gyokeres? He has a pass as well, bro. That's why when you see what's his name's Marino come in, this is how bad Odegaard is. Marino come in, create more than Odegaard the whole time he was there. 70 minutes. I don't like Marino. You know how it is. We don't like him in midfield, obviously, for obvious reasons. But like, he created more. Did you get it? He created more. And he was a prick. You know what I'm saying? He got the ball, you know what I'm saying? He'd fall, get on the floor, whatever. He'll be Mourinho. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. We need someone that can, if you want to create more from low blocks and mid blocks and make this team better and elevate this team, you need to change that Odegaard and Rice. It's just not working. It's just not working. 45 minutes. What did we create the first half? I want to ask, what did we create the first half, North? What did you see the first half from Arsenal? Not the set piece, because the set piece is the set piece, coach. I'm talking about the open.
We had Saliba that had a shot over the bar. You know what I'm saying? We had Zubimendi that had a volley that went over the bar as well.
That was a set piece. The Zubimendi.
Oh yeah, the Zubimendi one. Yeah,
that was a set piece.
That was a free kick. Yeah, that was in from a free kick. But yeah,
it was just Saliba, innit? Like, and that's crazy because he's a defender. That's probably from set piece as well. If I go back and check it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not creating from open play. You need to open up teams, bro. Teams are gonna sit back against you, whether you like it or not. You're a £1 billion team. Teams are gonna sit back. People need to. The faster people understand this, the better for this team. Yeah, City. When it came to City, Barcelona, any team in the world that plays for the league or plays to win trophies, teams are gonna sit back against.
But I do see us making opportunities. We let the opportunities go. Like I saw there was a counter attack. Saka, you know what I'm saying? So it spent too much on the ball and then passed it to Gyokeres. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we slow it down so much when we get to the opposition second half that we allow them to get back into position and then the opportunity is gone. There's opportunities that we can actually take. And we're like, yo, just whip it first time, shoot first time, and we're taking forever. Trossard taking forever to shoot, Saka taking forever to pass. We get ourselves in a good up the pitch and into near the opposition, just outside the opposition box, and then we start taking too many touches, taking too long to release the shot, taking too long to release the ball or to make a decision. So I actually do think sometimes we actually do make opportunities. We let opportunities go and then we forget about them because we've allowed them to go. Where if we just would have been direct and played Gyokeres straight through, that's an opportunity. And we don't make the opportunities fast enough.
You've got two wingers that want the ball to feet. You can't create like this. Like you have to have a mix. You have two wingers that have ball that want ball to feet. Big on that. We have two wingers. So we've got Saka wants ball to feet and Trossard that wants ball to feet. And then by the time he even controls the ball, the defender's already back. And we've got so many players that committed defensively. We've got so many players, committed defending. By the time they run way back to attack, come on, bro. You've got the Gyokeres just there. Then what do we end up doing? Crossing the ball for no reason. Crossing the ball. Not even Gyokeres' game, but it doesn't matter. Cross the ball. It looks like we're doing something. I'm saying at least we're not going to lose the ball. Or we get set piece out of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that every game. That's why Chelsea created more from the wings. They created more because they had a bit of pace. They had a bit of player. They had two players that can beat one person on a one-on-one. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Madueke, if he came in, he would have created something from that team because Chelsea started to press. They started to look for the second and third goal. that would allow a lot of spaces that he would have exploited. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. If you want to continue this player football, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. If it's working the set piece thing, go ahead, bro. But if you want to create from open play, you need that Zubimendi in that number 8, or just change a number 8. Change the 2 number 8s. I'm saying something needs to change in that midfield for us to start, you know what I'm saying, to start creating more. You know what I'm saying? Start creating more. Because if it's defending, I don't know, bro. They played around us today as well. They played around us. They played a couple of passes through our midfield. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No, I hear it. Yo, Natstar, what are you saying, man? How do you feel about this game, man? 3-2 against Chelsea. We move against them again at the Emirates, bro. What'd you make of this game?
For me, I'm just glad we saw more than 2 goals, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because usually, like, away from home, semi-finals notoriously, they're like stink fests, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But we scored early, which obviously helps, and we scored first. That's always the main thing. But the thing is, for me, like, from what I saw tonight, is that we got opened up in midfield way too often. Way too often. Like, and yes, Zubimendi scored.
That was a beautiful goal, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. For me, it was better than the Forest goal. I don't care what anyone says.
It took a deflection, the Forest goal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a great strike, but
it was a great strike. Yeah,
it wasn't going top bins or anything like that. It was just a deflection that took the keeper.
Yeah, it was going to go in the middle, like, but not to play it down.
Yeah. But the way Zubimendi just like set, I think it was Wesley Fofana down, and then he just like, do you know what I'm saying? You know, it was. I'm not going to go as far as say Ozil-esque, but I do love it when a player does the fake shot and then he shoots and then it goes in. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always a joy to see. But I digress on that. My point is, guys, is that if we keep playing like this and with that open in midfield against better opposition, it's going to cause us hell of a lot of problems. Martin Ødegaard, yeah? Gibraltar guard, nicking a living guard. That's what I call him, bro. Nicking a living guard. Do you know what I'm saying? 240k a week. Clearly, by far, worst player on the pitch. I don't care. All of you Odegaard lovers, yeah? You can't defend him tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not hearing it. I don't care what other excuses. Oh, but he presses. Press what, bruv? He could barely press X on the PlayStation controller. Like, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? This guy is holding this team back on the pitch. And I hear what you said earlier, North, about you're not going to cuss players that you know they can't do certain things, right? You know, like with Odegaard. He'll press, but he's not a number 10. You know, he doesn't break lines like that. You know, he'll look after the ball well in our own half, on the edge of our box. But when it comes to going forward, when it's time to play that killer pass, the right pass at the right time, he can't do it, bro. So where does the buck stop? The buck stops with the manager, of course. Like, you know, Zubimendi, great goal. But again, defensively, beyond suspect. And it's part of the reason why Rice is like, his lungs are about to explode at this point. You know, never mind a hamstring or anything like that. Big up, Rashid. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's a great result. It's a great win. Semi-finals are about getting over the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, semi-finals are about winning them. Even if the performance isn't great, it's about getting over the line. And we got over the line in the end tonight. Will it be enough? I think it will. But also another thing, I do not want to see Agent 47 Hitman Kepa, yeah, playing again for this football club. Unless it's the likes of Wigan, I don't want to see his bomber Clark playing again. Best believe that. No, North, honestly, I'll keep it all the way, James Brown. Ain't it funky? Right here, right now, Fat Boy Slim Sense, yeah? Kepa was a disgrace tonight. But again, who picked him, bro? Who picked him? It's this Ras Clark, Pussy Clark, foolish da puta manager, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, Arteta wasn't even that bad tonight. But again, even when he does okay, I'm not going to say he was great tonight. I'm not going to give him no credit, but I'm not going to give him all the credit. Why? Because he makes certain decisions. You know, when it comes to lineups, he managed the game better tonight. He managed the game a bit better tonight. But again, he'll keep picking his favourites, like Half Volley said in the chat. And it will be the undoing of us towards the end of the season. We know that the final, League Cup final, is in March 22nd, right? So that's the end of March. Damn near towards the end of the season, right? Just before going into April, of course. Like, them are crucial times right there. If this manager starts Kepa against Chelsea in the second leg, I don't know, bruv. It's not looking good, man. Like, those are my thoughts, man.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. Yo, Brandon, what you saying, man? You good?
I'm good, bro. How's the move? How's Barcelona? Big up yourself.
Very good. More than you can believe.
More than you can believe. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good, man.
So what are we saying then, boys?
What'd you make of the game today, bro?
You know, I mean, I got pelters on the football terrace there, as you can well imagine, because I just spoke the truth.
Egal there. Was Egal there?
Yeah, Egal was there. Egal was there, but
he's there. The Canadian Carlton Banks, bruv. Like, what are we doing here, bruv? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I jumped off. I jumped off when he started talking, but but yeah, no, you got to hit them with facts, bro, because at the end of the day, the thing that's going to be our undoing is the fact that we're not nasty enough. We're not bastards. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea were there for the taking tonight, and we're going back to the Emirates with a 1-goal advantage. Don't get me wrong. I'm pleased that we've got 1 foot in the final, as they would say, because I don't think they'll beat us at the Emirates. I don't think they will, because our home record was too good. But there was elements of our performance tonight that I thought was atrocious. You know, there was individual performances tonight that were absolutely atrocious, boys. We can't sit here and lie about it. Like, I'll give you an example. In that first half, Chelsea are trying to play it out from the back. We're pressing high. We catch them out probably 3 or 4 times nearly. And then in the second half, the press was non-existent. We just allowed them to play. And you're like, what are you doing? You know, as soon as we scored that first goal, rather than going for the kill and seeing if we can get 2, 3, 4, 5, we just sat back and rested on our laurels. And we allowed them to sort of come back into the game. I know we scored the second goal with Gyokeres. We went 2-0 up, but there's not enough of that killer instinct in this Arsenal side. We don't smell, you know, the kill when it needs to happen. Chelsea started today without 3 of their best players. That was a great opportunity tonight to kill that tie before it even comes to the Emirates. Do you know what I mean? And that's what should have happened. But once again, we're feeble. We're a little bit weak in places. You know, Odegaard was shit tonight. Odegaard was absolute dog breath tonight. You know, I look at Chelsea's midfield. There's no Caicedo, right? They've got Andre Santos in there. I don't really rate the geezer, to be honest with you. Enzo Fernandez, he's not, you know. So you expect Odegaard with Rice and Zubamendi sort of behind him. You expect Odegaard to be the one to pick up the ball and really like sort of create chances for Arsenal. He didn't do that at all tonight. You know, it's safe pass again every single time out to the right hand side to Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka, by the way, was absolute crap, because Cucurella was once again on a yellow card from the 44th minute, and not once did Bukayo Saka try and take him on. The only thing that surprised me was that Mikel Arteta didn't bring on Madueke, who's actually going to run at his man and try and force Cucurella into a challenge that gets him sent off. And that's what I mean by we've got to be more nasty. You know, we've got to start looking at things like this, like players being on yellow cards, and seeing if we can get them sent off, seeing if we can get more of an advantage. Do you know what I mean? And once again, you know, when you look at our goals, one's from a set piece, again, you know, which I ain't complaining about. As long as we're scoring, I don't give a shit. But the point is it was a mistake by Robert Sanchez. He flapped at the ball. And then the second goal was another mistake by Robert Sanchez. And then the only goal that you can look at tonight and say, okay, that was a individual piece of brilliance, was Zubamendi's. You know, Zubamendi, for me, was Arsenal's best player tonight by a country mile. I thought he was the only one in the midfield who did well. I thought he was the only one who was sort of taking the game by the scruff of the neck, when that's up to Odegaard and Saka and Trossard to do. You know, Gyokeres, I thought that was probably his best performance in an Arsenal shirt for what Arteta expects him to do. I still think we can get more out of him. I definitely still think we can get more out of him. Timber got absolutely cooked tonight by Esteval. Absolutely taken to the cleaners tonight by Esteval in large parts of that game. You know, Gabriel and Saliba looked very, very shaky at the back at times. You know, and in the end, we end up getting what we deserve in terms of, you know, Chelsea scoring 2 goals. There were 2 shit goals to concede. And normally that's something that Arsenal's very good at. Like defensively, we're normally absolutely sound. But tonight, to concede 2 shit goals like that and only go to the Emirates with 1 goal advantage, I'm not sitting here and lapping it up. Not at all. Not one little bit. Because really and truly, we should be going to the Emirates and saying, cool, this tie's over. It's done. It's finished. Yeah, but you can best believe that Chelsea will have Cole Palmer back for that game. They'll have Reece James back for that game. They'll have Caicedo back for that game. And it'll be a totally different game. So anybody who thinks 1 goal advantage at the Emirates is enough, you're having a laugh. You know, that's why I was sitting there going, we need it to be 2 or 3. You know, 2 or 3 goal advantage and it kills the tie off. And then, you know, I look at Mikel Arteta's substitutions. You take off Ødegaard, who's having a shit game. Got no problem with that. And I've never seen such a negative substitution in my life. You bring on Mikel Merino. That tells me, from a mentality perspective, what this team is looking to do. We're looking to see the game out. We're not looking to go and score a 4th and a 5th. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We're just looking to see the game out. Why is Eze? Why can't Eze get minutes on the pitch now? What's going on? You know, Martinelli comes on, does absolutely nothing. Jesus comes on, does absolutely nothing. Kai Havertz comes on, does absolutely nothing. Because it was all about, see the game out, see the game out. You could see it from the moment we scored the opening goal. It was very much about, you know, try and regain control again. But we never did gain control because our midfield tonight was shit. It was shit. Yeah, Declan Rice. People are praising Declan Rice for his performance tonight. I thought that was one of his worst performances. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was really poor. Apart from his set piece taking, you know, which is pretty much on the money anyway, every single game. I thought from a midfield aspect, somebody who's normally, you know, brings the energy, dictates everything that happens in the midfield going forward and defensively. He didn't stand out to me tonight. I thought he was poor. Odegaard was poor. Zubimendi was good. Kepa, if he plays in the second leg, we could be in trouble. Because, you know, again, we concede from a set piece. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Kepa is not commanding enough. You know, with David Raya, he might be shorter than Kepa, but he commands. He commands everything that comes into that box. He talks to Gabriel and Saliba. He instigates where he wants the defence to be, etc., etc. That was completely lost tonight by having Kepa in goal. Completely lost. You know, Ethan Nwaneri can't even make the bench. Like, what are we doing here? Ethan Nwaneri had a decent performance against Portsmouth. All right, it's League One Portsmouth. And he can't even get on the bench because you're too busy playing your fucking love child, Ødegaard, who's dropping stinker after stinker again. And Eze can't even get on the pitch. What are we doing? If we want to win trophies, yeah, we need to start being more nasty. And we need to stop with this bollocks of, pick my favourites, yeah, and pick players based on what they're doing on the pitch. If somebody's not performing, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Gabriel, Saliba, fucking Gyokeres, whoever it is. If they're not performing, bench. Yeah, next man come in. If he doesn't perform, bench. That's how it should work at a big club. You know, none of this, you know, we'll play them into 4. Not when you're trying to go for big trophies. And this is why, even now, I'm still not 100 million% confident that we're going to win the league this year. I'm still not 100 million% confident that we're going to win this trophy. You know, Champions League is a different thing altogether because we've never won that. But, you know, people are talking now about how we're in the final. Oh, we think we'll beat City or Newcastle, whoever it is, right? And they're talking, oh, is a cup double enough to save Arteta's job? Is it fuck?
No chance.
Is it fuck?
No chance.
Yeah, major honour this season or bust. You know, people can sit there and say cup double all they like. He should have been winning these cups in the past 3 to 4 years that he's been here. You know, if he wants to put credit in the bank, he should have been winning these cups along the way. Cup double ain't enough to keep him in a job. But again, I forgot they love Arteta more than they love the club. Do you know what I mean? And for me as well, I don't know what you boys think about this. Doesn't look like we're going to sign anyone in January. And I think that can also be our downfall. Because I genuinely feel that there's one position within this side where we need to strengthen. And that is midfield. You know, because we haven't got anybody in our midfield that can provide the energy that Declan Rice provides. And if he goes out injured, we're fucked. Let's just have it right. We're fucked. Yeah.
We also, Brandon, sorry to cut you off, mate. We also need a left back, because playing Timber at left back, we've already done that before. It doesn't work. And the fact that this game, you know, they had 3 starters, known starters or whatever, maybe they had a few more, I don't know. But that game was a clear-cut opportunity to win 4-5-0. And if we'd have started with Raya, I think we would have at least won by 3 clear goals. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think we would all say, even yet who's a Forest fan, that the tie is done. Because you look at City right here, right now, Fatboy Slim things, yeah, that tie is done in my eyes. In my opinion, that tie is done. Newcastle are not going to score 2 goals without reply, even to take it to extra time, never mind 3. But we had that opportunity tonight. We should have slaughtered them. We should have slaughtered them. New manager, who none of us really rate. I don't. Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO merchant with that shit, yeah? We should have put it on them tonight. And we didn't. But like you said,
you're absolutely right. But again, where have we seen this before, mate? You know, we see it only a week ago against Liverpool. Liverpool, without a single attacking player in their starting lineup. They're playing Gakpo, who's completely out of form on the left. They're playing Frimpong on the right, and they're playing fucking Wirtz up front. And we couldn't even score against them. We looked like we was happy to come out of there with a 0-0 draw. Then you see it against Chelsea again. You know, Chelsea with 10 men. Chelsea with Caicedo, who's just got sent off. And we couldn't get any better than a 1-1 draw out of that. I see this too many times from Arsenal. We're not nasty enough. We are not nasty enough to just go out there and take advantage and really, really put these teams to the sword when they need to be put to the sword. And that is going to be our downfall. It's going to be our downfall. I'm telling you.
That's not the way that we're coached by this manager. I agree with everything you said, but that's not. We're not coached to be a clinical team. We're coached to be a keep it safe and make sure we can just nick it at the end kind of team. That's the team that the way that we play. We don't play to kill off games early. We try to avoid being opened up and exposed, and then being able to be effective on set pieces. And we're happy to go with a 1-0 or 2-1. Look at the way that this manager played it against Sunderland when we're 2-1 up. 10 minutes at the end. And he goes, right, cool, put in another centre back. Let's just when to be honest, they were better in the first half. We were better in the second half. We should have went for it, like you said. But instead, the manager said, no, take a midfielder off, put a centre back on. Let's try and just, avoid conceding another goal, even though it's 2-1. And then we allowed them to keep spamming crosses into the box. What happens? We concede. So it's the way that the manager is. And that's why I feel like there's a limitation to this manager, in my personal opinion. And then that's why I kind of get what you're saying. Like, this game we should have been at least 2 goals clear. And the fact is, Ben White isn't on good form. But he was getting cooked today as well. Timber at times was putting up a good fight against Esteval. But then again, for me, Timber's exhausted. He's been playing near enough every game. Most of the time, he gives us 10 out of 10 performances. He's getting knackered. He's getting the Ben White treatment, because we got this from Ben White a couple of years ago until he got the injuries recently. And then you've seen Ben White jump off a cliff, getting nutmegged against Portsmouth. That wasn't the Ben White of old. But at the same time, I just feel like the way he implements the team isn't really for us to gun teams down. Like, you've got a striker there you don't get the most out of. You've got a Saka that's, for me, better on the left than he is on the right. I think he's very predictable on the right. and it's become stale with Saka. Like when he receives the ball, all of us know what he's going to do. Do a little step over, cut in on the left, maybe whip in across. Most of the time,
I'll give you an example of that, right? And how it's become stale. Go and watch Gyokeres' goal back, right? Watch Gyokeres' goal back. Saka cuts in on his left foot, like he always does, and Gyokeres is waiting there in the box. And you see, as soon as Saka cuts back on his left foot, Gyokeres throws his arms up in the air like that, as if to say, fucking hell, just put the ball in the box. And then Saka plays the ball to Ben White, and then it comes in the box, and that's when Gyokeres scores. But you watch that back, I swear to God, Gyokeres is pissed off with all this cutting in and all this crap that we keep doing.
Yeah. Can I just say, guys, as like an outsider of not being an Arsenal fan and all this, that, and the other, you can see clearly that you're being held back by Arteta and his like conservative style and all that kind of thing. You've got some really quality players there. You know, I would love some of that kind of quality that you've got right now. And you're in a situation where the title's there, the cups are there, everything's there. And the only thing that's holding it back is Arteta. I don't like the guy. I can't stand him. I'm not going to judge it on that respect. I'm going to judge it on the football. And it's like you can see the absolute quality that you've got to just take the fucking bull by the horns or whatever it's called, and just go for it and just take everybody to the sword. In that first half against Chelsea was nowhere. There was nowhere. You was passing through them. They couldn't stop you whatsoever. You could have been like 5-0 up by the end of the first half, to be quite honest, if you really took it to them. And Gyokeres, I mean, everybody keeps saying to me, oh, well, he's got to work into the system. No, that's not how management works. It works that you buy a player in for a certain amount of price and then you make them part of the fucking system. This guy's a clueless clown. He's always been a clueless clown. He might manage to wing it and win a title this season, and you'll be happy about that and you'll enjoy that and all that kind of shit. But this guy's a clown. I'm coming from a Clough background, a proper fucking manager, somebody who knows what they're actually doing. You know, you bring a player in, you put them into the team, and you make something out of them. You know, you don't just chuck them on the pitch and hope they all of a sudden work it out. That's fucking bullshit, man. And at the end of the day, you know, that's how it works. I've got to go anyway because
it's all part of the plan, mate. Because at the end of the day, we know that this manager wants Kai Havertz up front. But Kai Havertz.
I've got to go, guys. My neighbour's knocking on the wall.
But yeah, part of his downfall.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having me on. See you later, guys.
Big up, bro.
Big up, bro. The favourites will be the undoing.
Leave.
It will be the undoing of this football club. Like, this guy has shown time and time again that regardless of what situation we're in, and we're probably, when you look at it on paper, which is why, you know, not even just the likes of Ødegaard, Christian, Stricto, etc. You got certain rival fans that are looking at us and just like, well, why are you moaning? You're in full competitions still. Like semi-final of the League Cup. We're in the next round of the FA Cup. We'll get into the 5th round, especially with what we did against Pompey. And Wigan ain't that much better. They're in League One, for fuck's sake. Like, we're still in the Champions League. We're going to go through to the next round, automatic qualification. We're right up there in the title race. Like, why are you guys moaning? Why are you guys so toxic and negative? I'll tell you why. Because we've seen the same pattern for 6 years, mate. I was one of the very few, along with Guns and others, that didn't want this manager here in the first place. Because he does bullshit like this, where he'll find a way, he'll worm his way into putting Havertz on the pitch, whether he starts or whether he brings him on. Odegaard refuses to drop him. He's like Mr. Undroppable. Same with Bukayo Saka. If he's remotely fit, which he isn't, he'll start. And it's probably in their contracts. It probably isn't. You know, don't take my word for it, you know, allegedly and all of that shit. But at the same time, it's just like, for me, I'm just sick and tired of nearly being that team, like being the nearly man. You know, like when you go to weddings, always the bridesmaid, never the bride kind of situation. When are we going to be the ones right up there by the altar, getting married and shit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when are we going to be the ones where, like, it's our time now, isn't it? It's our time, like the loco, isn't it?
Well, if you look at where we're at with these competitions currently, a competent manager takes this squad and at least wins a double this season. Let's just be real about it. If you give this squad to any competent manager, any manager that knows how to win, they would win a double with this squad. Easy. You know, we should be winning the league and the League Cup and going far in the Champions League and possibly even the FA Cup. Let's just be real about it. But we won't. We'll probably win one trophy and all the Arsenal fans will get giddy about that. You know? It's mad. It's absolutely mad to me how people are not waking up and looking at this. I mean, look at the squad, man. You know, people are wondering why Eze are not, likes of Eze is not playing. Eze's not playing because he's a free spirit. He's a guy who likes to get on the ball and drive at players. But that's slowly being coached out of him. Remember the last time I was on Northside and I said he looked like the black Ødegaard, you know, the last game that we played. He did. Yeah, because it's safe pass, safe pass, safe pass, safe pass. It's all being coached out of him. Just like Gyokeres. You know Gyokeres likes to play on the shoulder. Yeah, because he's been doing that for Sporting Lisbon. But not once do you try and play a ball over the top to him. You're too fret about losing the ball. And then it's always recycle, recycle, recycle all the time. And then you wonder why, you know, I mean, we're so slow with it as well. We allow teams to get back into position before we even put the ball in the box anyway. And then people are going, oh, but Gyokeres weren't in the right place. He's crowded out by about 4 or 5 defenders. You know, if you put the ball into the box early to him, like what Eze did, funnily enough, against Nottingham Forest, he'll score because he'll be in the right place. But if you do this slow, get to the byline, play it backwards, play it sideways, you know, has nobody worked this out yet? It's the same thing that's going to continue to be our downfall. It is. You can add better quality players to this squad. The manager is always going to mould them into what he wants them to be. He is. You know, we've got free spirits in this squad. We've got players that can do that, take the game by the scruff of the neck on their own. We've got players that can do that. But Arteta don't want them to do that. Arteta wants it to be a team thing. Hence why he keeps saying, oh, well, our number 9 doesn't need to score 25 to 30 goals. You know, we need to get goals across the pitch. It needs to come from multiple players. All right, that's well and good. But in the crunch moments, you know, when you're dropping points in, say, April and May, because you're not scoring the goals from the set pieces anymore, you know, or you're not getting your long throw-ins in there. That's another thing. You know, we've got a new long throwing coach all of a sudden. You know, so we're trying to take advantage of that. When them advantages are no longer advantaging, then it comes about from what are you actually doing from open play? And what we do from open play is very fucking minimal in a 90-minute game. It's very, very minimal in a 90-minute game. It's scary, really, how little we do create in a 90-minute game, because I'm seeing teams down the bottom, like Leeds, for example, who create multiple chances for Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front. But then how many chances do we create for our striker? You know, we're a team that's based on having loads and loads of possession. But how many times do we create something decent for our striker? A lot of the time, we'll end the first half and our strikers probably only had about 6 or 7 touches. Our goalkeeper normally has more touches than our fucking striker. Do you know what I mean? It's backwards, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the bottom line. Like, this manager is holding this whole football club hostage, along with the fans that back him, because they see him as this Lord and Savior. I call him Captain Black, Jim Jones looking ass motherfucker, for that reason, because no one can see beyond their beer goggled eyes and all of that shit that this guy ain't the guy to do it unless he miraculously changes and lets the handbrake go. But he won't do that. I'll give you an example, right? If you look at Pep, when Haaland went through the door, innit? What was it, 22-23 season, when they won the treble, ironically, right? What did Pep do? Pep didn't just be like, you know what? I have my system. I have my way of playing. Haaland's got to work around my system and my way, and that's it. No. He adjusted. He made fine tweaks to his system and was like, everyone else has to work around and play towards Haaland's strengths because that's what's going to get us over the line, and hence why they won the treble. Whereas with this manager, when we bring Gyokeres in, he's like, yeah, you know what? It's okay if you only score like 5, 10 goals, 15 goals at most this season. We don't need the 20, 25, 30 goals from you this season, even though he scored 97 goals in the last 2 seasons and all that shit. No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Like, we'll get goals all across the pitch. Okay. But when that doesn't happen, and we've seen this last season, then what? You get nada. And this is what I've always said, right? I've said this ever so much this season, right? If we don't win this League Cup, we ain't winning shit this season. We're not going to win the league. We're definitely not going to win the Champions League, and we won't win the FA Cup either if we don't win this League Cup, because it's a mentality thing. It's always been about mentality. We have the players now, injured or not, we have the players. Yes, we could get 1 or 2 man through the door during January that we actually do need. But at the same time, do you trust this manager to utilise them 1 or 2 players that we need to get us over the line? I don't. If you gave it to AirPod Albert, I'll be like, okay, sure. Cool. Give it AirPod Albert to the end of the season. But under this manager, no chance, bro. Because he is going to cost us by playing this way, by managing how he's been managing, freezing out Ethan, not playing Eza because he's a free spirit and all of that, because he's actually direct. He actually makes something happen. You know that game against Palace at home, right? Where we only won 1-0. That was Eza. That was his goal. He created that out of nothing. If that was Odegaard on the pitch instead of Eza, that would have been a 0-0 fucking draw. Facts. No one can tell me otherwise. And it really does frustrate me that we are so close and yet so far at the same time. But this manager refuses to tweak things because he's got yes men in the press conferences. He's got yes men, yes people, whatever, as fans. This guy can't be questioned. You can't critique him because otherwise he likes to get a little bit frosty, like against Liverpool away when he played 3 DMs. Remember that? He played 3 blood-heart DMs, right? He got asked about it, he got questioned about it, and you see his fucking response. I've had enough of this bullshit. Get over the line. That is the ultimate point that I'm making. Bottom line, get over the line. If you get over the line, cool. But at this point now, a League Cup ain't enough. A League Cup and an FA Cup ain't enough. I'm at that point where the only way this manager stays is if he wins the Champions League, something we've never done. And that's beyond fair, in my eyes. With £1 billion spent, you've had more than enough time. You've had more than enough things go your own way. You can't blame injuries. You can't blame the weather. You can't blame the ball. You can't blame the pitch. You can't blame this, that, and the third. It's done. If you don't change, your time is up. The time is now to deliver. If not, you're out of it. Simple as.
No, I hear it. Let me just get to some of these super chats. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to Young Mo, 514. Big up to you. Only those that don't watch Odegaard fully say he has defensive work rate. Just watch him one game and you can see he just does fake pressing to look busy. Now, facts, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you. Longhead Yeti, big up, bro. Thank you, for having me on. Big respect. Nah, big up, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyone's allowed to jump on as long as you got your camera and your mic. Yeah, I'm saying so. Big up for me. My biggest gripe with this manager is just not learning from your mistakes. That's all. Like managers make mistakes. You know, managers are going to experiment. You know, and some of his experiments have worked. Ben White at right back for a long time worked. He was our best right back for a long time until we got Timber. So for that duration of time, that was the right thing. Moreno, he got a tune out of him playing as striker. That's not been a bad shout. The thing is, it's not that everything he does is wrong. You know, using Trossard and Martinelli as impact subs. Big up Brandon, man. Big up every time, man. Big up. You know what I mean? That's not a bad idea. You know, coming off the bench, they can be effective. The thing is, it's not everything. But then I felt like it's the arrogance of when he gets things wrong. He's very wrong and strong. That's my biggest problem. You know, like when you're playing 3DMs, he didn't like getting called out about that at the start of the season. He didn't like that. When he was playing Zinchenko as a inverted left back, he didn't really want to change that. You know, and he was forced to change it. Even when people were asking him about striker, he didn't really want to get a striker. Like the way he was so defensive about getting a striker just kind of showed me that he didn't want to go and get another striker. He was quite happy with Jesus and Havertz. And that's the thing that annoys me. It's like, if you can see certain things that aren't working, why continue? Odegaard's come back and you've seen Eze being effective in a lot of big games for us. Big games. I'm talking about North London Derby is a big game for us. The Bayern game's a big game for us. Even going up against Palace, Eze turned up with a goal, and it's like you don't want to change. You know what I mean? And that's my biggest problem. Yeah, because managers can do certain things, like, and also the way he identifies certain players really gets on my nerves. It's like, why can't you see Ødegaard would be more effective in an 8 than a 10? Because he is an 8. Why can't you see that Zubimendi would be better in the 8 than the 6? Why can't you tell that Rice is your best defensive midfielder at this club right now? And you need him to shield your back line. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you identify that Gyokeres wants, you know, either low crosses, what you got today, from Zubimendi, low cross for the goal? Why can't you understand that he wants to run in behind defenders? Why can't you understand that? Why can't you see that Saka's better on the left? Why can't you see that Martinelli's better through the middle? These are the kind of things that get on my nerves, and I'm like, you don't understand where your best player is positioned. Even earlier in the season when he said, oh, Eze can play every position. No, he can't. He can't play every position. You know what I'm saying? And he thinks just because I can put you as a left winger, then you can play as a left winger. No, there's certain attributes you need to play certain positions in football. You can't just play every position. Declan Rice, to me, when people are saying Declan Rice is a world-class number 8, I don't understand that, because he's terrible in the half turn. He's not very good receiving the ball from deep, playing out from the back. It's not his game. I never see him dictating the game in the midfield. The best I see in open play is Declan Rice winning the ball back and then giving it to somebody that can actually progress. He doesn't even have the passing range of Zubimendi, and I don't even think Zubimendi's world-class or anything else like that with his passing. So I don't understand where people be assigning players to certain positions and thinking that they're world class, but they don't understand the basic attributes that you need from certain positions. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's the same with Havertz and Jesus. For as much as they're very good at linking up play, ultimately they're a striker, and their biggest weakness is what you need from a striker, the finishing. The finishing ain't there, you know. And I said this, big up to Yamin, bro. Me and him were talking. I was like, I don't mind. Look, these days you've got a lot of limited players. We're talking about Semenyo. And I said, yo, Semenyo's not the type of guy that you need in the build-up. He's the type of winger that you need at the end of chances. That's where he made his name. That's where he got. That's the whole reason why you went and got him, because of what he can do in the final third. And I think a manager's understanding on players is very important. The same way I don't understand this manager, why he thinks Madueke should be getting more starts this season over Ethan, when I've been saying Ethan is able to be direct and he actually can finish. What's Madueke's biggest weakness? He can't finish. And plus, he's not our future. And we never really wanted him here anyway. Like, we're actually like overpraising Madueke for very basic things. Being able to take on a fullback. You're a winger. You're supposed to be able to take on a fullback. That is your job, to take on a fullback and be able to cross the ball or be able to finish your chances. So I just feel like in every department, Ethan's better and he's at a younger age and he's actually somebody that I think can develop. But we're gonna continue to trust in players like Madueke. Saka as well, like his game's become very static, and it's like, why is this manager not getting more out of him? You know, I've seen managers be able to get more out of players. I don't see a development in Saka anymore. You know, the only thing man can tell me is XG, and it's like, yo, that's great. But at the end of the day, when you don't get XG, what does he do? Like, he didn't get a goal today. What did he do? And this is the problem with people when they just want to prop up XG and think it's the be all end all. Saka didn't get no XG today. He didn't do anything to affect our game today. He wasn't effective. And this is the problem. So I just feel like what frustrates me is it's not that this manager can experiment. I think there's a lot of experiments that he doesn't try, or a lot of experiments that ain't working and then he continues. It's the balance of both that frustrate me. You know, Skelly has been absolutely atrocious at left back, but he's a natural midfielder. Why not try him as a midfielder? That it's not rocket science. It's not hard to understand this. I'm not saying anything that's complex. This is very basic stuff, you know. And when you play football at any level, even if you go power league, whatever, you quickly, there's no manager. You quickly assess, okay, you're very good at shooting. Cool, you're a striker. You're really fast and tricky on the wing. Like, as a player, cool, you can play on the wing. You're very good in the midfield, and you know what I'm saying? You can spot a pass and you can pick a pass, and you're very good on a half turn and getting pressed. Cool, you can play in the 10. It's very easy to identify players based on attributes. I don't know why we can't do that here under this manager. I don't know why he thinks that everyone can just play everywhere, and you know, I really don't understand it. I think it's above tactics. It's very important to understand what players bring to your team and what's their game, what they thrive in. And if they don't have those attributes, then it's down to you to either coach them, or then you're gonna have to buy a player that has the missing attributes from the player that you currently have. There's certain attributes in football you can't coach. You can't coach a player to be clinical in front of goal. You can't coach it. You either got it or you ain't got it. You either possess it or you don't have it. The reading of the game, you can make formations where players can see different passes, but you still need a player that naturally can read the game and naturally can not only see the pass, but can actually execute the pass. It's not something that you can coach. We've seen players at Man City, at PSG, at Barca. Certain players just didn't have that vision and had to be moved on or had to be upgraded. Because even though the system can get them multiple options, there's only certain players that are on the level of Xavi, Iniesta, KDB. For everything he is, he can pick a pass and he can execute the pass. And this is the thing, bro. Like, this manager, if you don't like certain things about players or you want something, then you need to coach it. But I'm not seeing you coaching it into certain players. And that's my biggest gripe with Arteta. That's my biggest gripe with him. That I don't feel like he understands his team. Yeah, I'm saying he doesn't understand his team completely. He understands the defensive side. The attackers, he seems to not fully understand them. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't understand what attributes for what position. He seems to think that in his head, everybody should be able to be playing in every position. So that's it. Whether they can do it or not, that's his expectation. That's what is going to happen. And for me, it doesn't work. And that's why I just don't understand. Like, this game would have cried out for an Eze. Eze would have come on and got an assist or got a goal today. Do you know what I mean? Because he would have been directed. He would have had, and when we were pressing from the front and pressing as a team, that would have benefited Eze. That would have benefited him. It's a game that he could have played more similar to the way Crystal Palace play. Instead, he keeps him on the bench, and yet he'll give minutes to Havertz and Jesus. A Jesus that is not clinical. Is not clinical. I'd go out there and say Eze is a better finisher than Jesus and Havertz, but we're chucking on Jesus and Havertz. Moreno, fair enough. To be honest, he came on. He did more than Odegaard. Martinelli, I get it, but once again, you're putting him on the wing. It's the same old stuff. He's not a winger. He's not a winger. So why are we doing that?
Why doesn't he play like different formation? Like, for me, like, it's the whole what you said earlier about, like, you know, he's trying to play certain players in certain positions, like with the Eze example. Like Arteta was saying, oh, we can play multiple positions. No, we can't. You know what that screams to me, North? That screams, oh, I can fix him. I can change him. Same thing with Havertz. Same thing with Jesus. Zinchenko, oh wait, now he's at Forest. Okay, cool. But it just smacks of negligence of the highest order. Like, you don't go from, 1-0 up, yeah, albeit from a set piece, to then like, oh, we're just gonna control guys, control the ball, control the game, guys, and all of that bollocks, yeah. Bearing in mind there was no Caicedo, there was no Cole Palmer, no Reece James, Gusto's out. Do you know what I'm saying? Enzo, he's not all that, right? They were there for the taking, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? They were there for the flipping taking. And yet again, this manager decides, no, I'm just going to do the whole, like, big up Quadra. I'm going to do the whole, like, just shut up shop kind of thing. 1-0 in at halftime is okay. That's the wrong mindset. And it's the wrong mentality. If we were up 3-0 by halftime, even if Garnachas came on the pitch in the second half like he did, I don't think he would have scored a goal. I really don't. Even with the slight lapse in concentration. But again, it's certain decisions that this manager makes where, even though, in my personal opinion, I don't think the manager was at fault for everything, but at the same time, there were still certain things he done wrong. Why play Kepa? Kepa played against Portsmouth and he didn't do well. And yet you started him tonight. Agent Kepa, bro, like, come on. Like, why did Raya have to be rested? Of all the players in our squad, why did he have to be rested? Why is Bukayo Saka not on the left instead of still being on the right, doing nada?
But win's a win. Win's a win.
Yeah, like Madueke, we know he's limited. No one wanted him. Even Ødegaard fucking didn't want him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and we're praising him for basic shit, like you said, North. And Ethan, homegrown, Project Youth and all that. Well, that's out the bin, isn't it? Well, that's out the bloody bin. Do you know what I mean? And we've already got rid of Smith Rowe. We've already got rid of Reece Nelson. Well, he's there or thereabouts out the door pretty much. Like, we have players in this squad, the likes of Ethan and Eza, Gyokeres, that can do damage going forward. We've got Zubimendi, who's much better going forward than he is defensively. Why not utilise that? Declan Rice started out as a centre-back. Now he's being used as like a box crusher, when really and truly, he should be sitting and we'll utilise him for set pieces. Maybe he won't get injured as much. Maybe. Just maybe. Right? Martinelli. Why is he on the left? Why is Odegaard starting? It's the same thing. We keep saying it. It's very, very fucking simple. But this manager refuses, absolutely refuses, to do what needs to be done, what's required, which is why I have no faith or confidence that we're going to get over the line, especially in the league. We should get to the League Cup final, but let's just say, for argument's sake, we get a draw against Chelsea. I think we will get to the final somehow. We'll just about get over the line. Arteta has finally got over a semi. He can get to the final. Happy fucking days. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Is any of I want to ask you guys this question, and the chat, you can join in as well. Are any of you confident, right, that let's say we get to the final and we'll most likely play City, right, that we're going to beat them even in a one-off game with this manager? Because I don't. I think he'll find a way to screw it up.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? What are you saying, Kwadja, man? What do you make of this game, man? You know what I mean? How are you feeling about this game?
It was just nervy at the end. I mean, Arteta was just overcomplicating it. I mean, I don't know why he decided to bring on, Marino instead of Eze. Eze sat on the bench. Again, another game without minutes. I feel sorry for him, but he hasn't got that confidence because, Lego Head has absolutely killed his confidence. I mean, he's just saying to Eze, go fuck off. I'm not going to give you the minutes. You're staying on the bench. I mean, I look at Eze right now. I'm thinking, yeah, it's the wrong club. He joined the wrong club. I mean, this manager, he kills everybody's talent. He's killing MLS's talent, Wanyeri's talent. He's killing every single player at this club. And going back to Nasta's question, we can beat Man City, but if he does put 3 fridges in midfield, like he did against Man City in September, then that's going to be a problem. Because he did that, he went for a draw. We got the draw, luckily, because Martinelli got the equaliser to bury us, to get us out of jail. I mean, we can win, but this manager needs to be brave by not putting Saka on the right, put Madueke on the right, Eze in the 10, because Odegaard doesn't offer really much in the 10. I mean, he's a number 8. The guy got the ball from the goalkeeper for some reason. Is that a creative spark? Like, come on. That's not a creative spark. Creative spark's supposed to be higher up the pitch, mate. Like, what we doing here? They're supposed to be pressing. Our captain's just standing there. Like, what does he do? He's copying Will from in-betweeners, buddy. What is he doing? Like, why are we wasting time with this manager? Like, yes, we've won the game, but the 2 goals that we conceded were very sloppy goals. I mean, I don't understand how we've allowed Garnacho those 2 goals. It's mental. The amount of space that we've left him. One of the players, Saliba, should be out there. Go and stop that. Go forward and stop that. I mean, Garnacho, the second goal. You know when Garnacho scored the second goal? Saka was there. Why did he not go forward to stop that? These are the basic stuff that we have to do properly. If we can't sort that out against Chelsea, that's going to be huge problems for us. And yes, I do believe we can go through in the second leg. However, don't be surprised if he plays this for a draw, because he always wants to park the bus. That's what he loves to do. He just wants to sit back and settle for a draw. If we draw, we go through. However, in the second leg, we better turn up, we get that first goal and get the second and end it. Get over the line in the semi-finals, because we know what this Lego head of a manager does, because he bottles semi-finals. We've conceded now 13 goals in the semi-finals so far under this manager. Since he won the FA Cup, we've conceded 13 goals in each semi-final he's been to, including now, and we've only scored 4 goals. Can you imagine? 4 goals scored in the semi-finals, including this game, and 14 goals conceded. That's how bad it is that our semi-finals, when the pressure moments, he doesn't turn up. But nervy win, we got to move on, but it's still not enough, mate. We should be out there 4-2 or 5-2. If we had, I don't know, maybe a 5-2 lead, I'd be happy, but nah, mate, it's looking bleak. It is looking bleak. I mean, the way we're playing right now, set piece, I mean, I'm just sick and tired of it. I mean, Gabriel Jesus came on, did absolutely nothing. The German donkey was terrible when he came on. What did he do? He was terrible when he came on. And Mikel Merino was playing in midfield. I was like, why is he putting him 3 fridges in midfield? He did it against Bournemouth and he did it today. And I'm like, Eze needs to come on, bro. Because if Eze had come on that pitch, he could have done something, maybe, or something. But how on earth did Saka stay on that pitch for 90 minutes? I have no idea. He just did not look like that great today. I mean, I'm surprised that Ethan's not in the squad, because this manager doesn't trust him. But overall, we've won the game, but it's a long way to go, bro. I mean, we can go to the final, but you know what this manager does? He just wants to park the bus. I mean, we got to get that first goal. If we don't get that first goal, it's going to be tough for us.
I hear that, man. I hear that. I think for us, it's like we've been disappointed so much with this club that we want to believe, but there's been so many times where we did believe and then get let down. That's the whole basis of, I think, how I feel anyway. It's like, I want to believe, and I do believe in the team. I don't believe in the manager. And it's like, how many times you set yourself up to then get let down? It's just easier to just be like, cool, I believe it when I see it, because obviously I never liked this manager anyway, but he's definitely created a team that can compete. There's no doubt about that. But it's now to get over the line. And in 6 years, he's not shown us anything different, anything to believe in, because we haven't won anything. So
it's one of those ones, you know what I mean? I do think if we do win the Carabao Cup, I think a lot of people in this fan base will then use that because they're desperate to use anything to try and justify this guy staying in the club. They'll try and use that as a, well, you know, maybe we can keep him now because he won a trophy, give him a bit more and maybe he can win the major honours. But I remember AFTV saying that they don't care. Carabao Cup is beneath Arsenal. They don't care about Carabao Cup. So a lot of these men, they always talk about the major trophies. They don't talk about these kind of cups, you know. But with Arsenal fans, there's a lot online that don't hold to their word. They move the goalpost if it's convenient for players and managers that they like. So at the same time, I feel like they're going to try and say, oh, well, 2 trophies in 6 years, it's not bad. Nah, it is bad. It is bad because it's been a very long time, a lot of money. If this was at the start, if he won the Carabao Cup after he won the FA Cup, then I'd be like, all right, cool. I can see some sort of progress. You're winning, you're picking up the trophies along the way. Cool. Now go for the big one. But to get to phase 6 and only give us a Carabao ain't good enough. You know what I mean? I think it would be great if we can do a double. We can win a Carabao Cup and go win the Prem. I don't think that we're winning the Champions League. I think I'd go absolutely crazy if we won the Champions League. That I've already said it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That if Arteta wants to be an Arsenal legend, win us the Champions League. You'll forever be a legend. No matter what we say, the facts would be that you won a Champions League. So it's there to be won, but you got to win it. You know, I don't think over here, we're not scared of praising the manager or praising the players when they do well. But the thing is, it's time to deliver now. And we can't just keep praising you for things you've not been able to get over the line or you keep failing to get over the line. You know, the praise comes after the achievement, not before the achievement. And a lot of these fans want to give this manager the praise as if he's already done it all. And it's like, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. And that the other day when I was talking to my guy, you know, Wheezy, when he was trying to defend Arteta, I said to him, would you take Brendan Rodgers? Would you take Poch? Would you take Ole? All these men got second. But none of these men you looked at and said, yo, these are the guys. Do you know what I mean? But these guys got second. These guys competed. These guys got nearly over the line. Now, how many nearly men would you take at your club? And this is the thing, like, as much as they don't like to hear it, until he proves us wrong, he's a nearly man. He's nearly got us over the line. He's nearly won the league. So nearly ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. If people that believe in this manager, then cool, keep believing. But when you prop this man to say that he's the best and he's going to take over after Pep and he's the best man, one of the best managers in the world, and this is one of the best teams in the world, and we've got the best rotation in the world. Well, then when we put that expectation on this team, this is why we criticize performances and we criticize when we don't get over the line, because that standard that you've put them on, we're going to have to hold them to that standard. We have to. Liverpool spent loads of money this season. Everybody's holding them to that standard. This is a shit season for Liverpool. Capitulation. Man City spent loads of money with Pep. This ain't good enough under Pep. This ain't good enough. This is Pep. This ain't good enough. They're not looking convincing. Chelsea, they spent loads of money. What are they doing? So all our rivals get pressure when they spend money. You know, Man United got clowned for buying Maguire for, what was it, 70, 80 million? Do you know what I mean? Spending big money, buying Di Maria, buying Pogba. When you spend big money, there's expectation. I think this fan base don't understand that, you know, big clubs come with big expectation and you're going to be criticized. And our criticism of this manager has been warranted because we've been right for so many years. That's why. You want us to change our opinion? Then change our end of the season, because our end of the season every year has been the same. Failure, 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 not getting over the line, failure, failure, failure. So get us a trophy. Yeah, I mean, get us a major this season. Listen, win a trophy, I'll celebrate, but the manager's got to go. Win me a major, I'll celebrate and you can stay. So then get over the line. If this manager is as great as a lot of people really want us to believe, then just get over the line. And anything we say shouldn't be offended. You shouldn't be offended at because you believe that the manager's good enough. So let him go do it then. Let him go do it then. We're only holding him to the standard you preach to us to trust him at. You preach to us that he's the greatest. Then cool. Then be the greatest. Then go win this season. Then that's it.
I think that's the bottom line, North. Like for me, if it's like any other manager, like they'd be held to account. since it's Arteta, then it's just like they get a blight. But we know why. It's a cult, bruv. It's a cult. Like, the thing is, they want this manager to succeed rather than Arsenal succeeding. Ultimately, they will put everything to the side for Arteta to succeed. They want him and him only to succeed. But when it comes to this football club, no, they're not interested. And the one thing I hate more than liars is hypocrites, bruv. You know how many hypocrites we have in our fan base? There's way too many of them. You've cooked some of them, North. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, hypocrite after hypocrite after hypocrite. All I'm saying, all we're saying is be consistent with your views. Do you know what I'm saying? You were saying for the longest, not you guys personally in the chat, but you know what I'm talking about. You were the ones that were saying that, a League Cup is beneath a team like Arsenal. We don't care about the League Cup. But yet, if we win it, you're going to be glazing that shit like no tomorrow, bruv. And that's the truth. The truth hurts. If you don't accept the truth, which is basically what it is. That's what the truth is. It's what it is. It's not what you want it to be. It's what it is. And what it is that this manager has yet to show and prove that we can get over the line. He's a nearly man. He's not even a spicy Brendan Rodgers in my eyes. This guy has failed time and time again to get over the line. And when you fail to get over the line time and time again, you can't have a go at us. You can't have a go at me, North, Quadra, and everyone else, Rashid, etc., for questioning this manager. Like, you know, if you want just the majors, you want the league and the Champions League. Yes, we got a chance of the league, but the Champions League, we're still way off it. After £1 billion spent, this manager's been here for over 6 years, in his 7th season, and we're nowhere near winning the Champions League. Oh, but we got to a semi-final. Yeah, cool. We haven't won it, bruv. So shut your mouth. Shut up, bruv, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, right, this guy needs to do what needs to be done. He needs to stop this whole favoritism with certain players because it's killing us. It's absolutely killing us, right? I want to ask you guys another question, yeah? Just bear with. Like, North, I saw your stream with Guns the other day when you guys won the Super Copper, innit? And then Xavi Alonso got sacked. The same Xavi Alonso, if you remember, guys, that was saying it's in a construction phase, yeah? And look what happened to his bomber club. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the result of accountability. Man like Real Madrid were like, sack this guy because he ain't it. We spot a dud just like that. Whereas with us, we don't do that, which is why, in my eyes, I have a feeling that Barca can still win the Champions League. North, I know you're in Barca. I know you're kind of repping Barca and all of that. You reckon they're going to win the Champions League and all of them ones there? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
God willing.
Quadra as well. What do you think? Do you think who do you think's going to win the Champions League? Like, because we're so far off it, and I know you know this, brother. But I have a sneaky feeling, like, you know, people were talking about, Lamine Yamal, he ain't all that. He don't get GA. He's been injured. He's been this. He's been that. Watch this season. So yeah, what do you guys think, man? Because I'm actually quite intrigued to know. I already know what North's saying, but like Quadra as well. Like, what do you think, man?
There's a possible hint that Bayern Munich could win the Champions League. They've got talented players. I mean, Leonard Carl's a baller. The 17-year-old for Bayern Munich. That he's some player. Leonard Carl's a fantastic player. They've got good players. I mean, they've got a good midfield. I mean, they've got a good, arguably one of the greatest goalkeepers in football history in Manuel Neuer. I mean, there's no debate about it. I've seen Top Gooners been saying before the Arsenal Bayern Munich game that David Rice should be head of Neuer in the combined 11. I mean, come on, let's not do this debate here. Neuer is still clear of Raya. Raya would never, ever be close to Manuel Neuer, and he never will be. But I feel like...
Woo!
It's crazy. But I feel like with us is right. If we want to win the Champions League, go and get a man. We need to, if we want to win the Champions League, we got to do better. Because when you face up against proper teams like PSG last season, you got to show us that you're able to beat the teams. We can beat the Real Madrids if we want to. But when you face up against a proper team, you better step up and you upper your game. Because if this manager were to win the Champions League, he got to set his tactics right. Outclass Luis Enrique. Because he never did that last season. He never did it. He got schooled by Luis Enrique in the first leg and in the second leg of the semi-finals last season. And I'm like thinking, is this manager okay? Like, I've heard a girl saying that Arteta's better than Ancelotti because he schooled him in the Real Madrid game. Because I'm baffled. Like, you can beat Real Madrid all you want, but when you come to the semi-final and when the pressure is on, when you face up against a really good team like PSG, who was superb last season, you're going to crumble. They're going to outclass you. And they just outclassed us. For us to win the Champions League, you got to give it time, because look at Man City. I mean, they went to the Champions League final in 2021. They lost to Chelsea. I mean, Kante pocketed Rodri in the final, but it took them time to, get to that Champions League final. Once they did get to that Champions League final, Pep got over the line. If Lego Head was in the Champions League final last year, do you think he would win that Champions League?
No. And I don't even think he would get there. And we've already seen this. Just very quickly before Sam jumps in, yeah. My thing is with this whole thing, like the champs and all of that, is that, and Guns was already doing that on the street thing, asking the questions like with his detractors and all of that, and they all answer the same fucking question that he puts out. If this manager goes for whatever reason, who do you want to replace him in terms of Mikel Arteta? They all say Luis Enrique. Go get him. He is the one. We will get to a Champions League final with Luis Enrique, damn near like that, especially with the squad that we've got. Yeah, I'm not saying we're going to win it first time round. I kind of agree with you, Quadra. It will probably take a bit of time. It will probably take a little bit of time. But with Luis Enrique, we'll walk the league. Trust me, we will walk the league. But what do I know? Just a nobody Arsenal fan.
But he did the treble.
Oh. And that's
we need to ask Sam, because Sam, are you going to walk the league with Arbeloa?
How about fuck off?
Oh my days, man! Beautiful shirt, innit, Sam? You know what I mean? I like at the back as well. Could you please read that out? He's at the back right there. Could you?
Fuera.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? I just
Northside, did you text Lee after that Real Madrid game? Because you cooked him after that El Clasico.
Bro. He saw it in the morning and he said, "You're a prick."
classic Guns, bro. Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
The game's the game, people. The game's the game.
He knows, bro. Sam knows as well. Look at Sam. Sam, you having a great day today?
If you don't shut up, I'm gonna find your address in Boston. I'm gonna teach you what Real Madrid really is.
Just the process, man. Just the process. He just got there.
Construction phase. That's what your previous manager said. It's a construction phase that they're going. That you guys are going through, innit?
You know what? I'm gonna be real. Albacete, the team that we lost, 17th place in second Segunda division. Their fans chant at the end of the game. Big up for this week. Big up for this night. Can we play you every week?
That's great, man.
Do you know how embarrassed I fucking felt when I heard that? Bro, let me explain something now. Florentino, get the fuck out of my club. 9-time Champions League winner as a president. Oh yeah, John Wick. I've got the revolver ready, mate. Trust me, the revolver's ready. Yeah,
the revolver's ready. Yeah.
9-time Champions League winner. What is it? 5 or 6-time league winner with Real Madrid as a president. Most successful Madrid president in history. 2026. On the 15th of June. Get out of my club.
Oh, come on, Sam. Look what he's done for the club.
Fuck what he's done. He's tarnishing his legacy now. Now he's tarnishing his legacy. Let me just tell you this, Florentino. I don't want to see you go anywhere near Real Madrid anymore. I don't fucking want you anywhere near the stadium. I don't want you to even say a fucking word anymore. I want you to pack your fucking bags and go to retirement, because you, my guy, you look like you're about to die out of heat because you've been in the sun way too much and your skin is fading quicker than the Titanic. Get out of my club. Hijo de puta. Jose Angel Sanchez, get out of the position of Real Madrid and don't ever return. Florentino's advisor, economy advisor, don't ever step a foot again into Real Madrid ever again. And now we go on to these players. All these players, you threw Alonso under the bus. I've seen the stuff now that's come out afterwards. You cannot control Real Madrid with player power. You cannot play Vini, Mbappe, and Bellingham together. They don't work. These players don't want to listen to instructions. Vinicius, Jude Bellingham, Ødegaard, Alaba, Frank Garcia, fucking Brahim Diaz, Ceballos, Rodrigo, all you, man, fuera. Get the fuck out. 2-time, 3-time, 4-time Champions League winners don't give a fuck. 2, 3-time league winners don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of my football club. Shut the door on your way out. And don't ever return to my club again. And listen, I pray that the Madrid Ultras causes a fucking riot outside the stadium tomorrow. And on Saturday, early kickoff, Bernabeu, white handkerchiefs. I want to see them out. I want to see every fucker boo the living shit out of them. And none of these players, apart from Gonzalo Garcia, Courtois, and the Castilla players, the rest of them, these guys can stay. The rest of you lot, get out of my club. And don't ever fucking return again. I'm embarrassed as a fucking Madridista watching this tonight. Allowing Barca now to go into a back-to-back treble. Back-to-back domestic treble. Yeah? And let me tell you, you fans that go in that stadium, these dickhead tourists, where half of them ain't even fucking Madridistas. I'm going to the Real Madrid Espanyol game that I went to earlier this season. I've got 3 dickhead tourists sitting in front of me. They're sitting on their phones for like 10-15 minutes on the straight. Could you imagine Arsenal, who's chasing a league? These 3 goes in, sits next to each other, and then in front of them, they're sitting a couple of guys on their phones 24/7, barely watching the game when Arsenal need to win. Yeah? They have taken seats from die-hard Arsenal fans, local Arsenal fans, away to prioritize these tourists because they've got more money. Football was not made for rich. It was made for the poor. The local Madridistas have been outpriced by this dictator Florentino, this money vampire sucking dickhead. You have ruined your fucking legacy now at Real Madrid. My eyes are full of anger and hate for him, for this board, for these players, and the anger is bigger than fucking Barcelona and Atletico. And that takes a lot. That takes a fucking lot for me to do. A 17th Segunda Division side sings at the end of the game, "Can we play you every week?" in Spanish. All you players that have embarrassed my club, I don't want to fucking see you anywhere near my stadium ever again. The same goes with Florentino. Resign and don't fucking ever return. You fucking little terrorist prick. And that's all you're worth, mate. You ain't worth nothing more. Nothing more. And let me just make this clear. To all the local Madridistas that live in Spain, that live in Madrid, I apologize for how you have been outpriced, disrespected, disconnected for these tourists, where half of them ain't even Madridistas, and the second half of them who are just happy.
Sam, you still going on about it? Bro, just move to Barca, bro. It's calm.
Bro, I would rather burn in hell than support your disgusting little Catalan club who don't even belong in Spain.
It's fine, man. Do you know what I mean? There's no problem. Just move
Yeah,
to
you know
move to
what? I
Barca,
can
bro.
move. Yeah, I'll move
Do you
there
know
and
what I
I'll
mean?
burn. Yeah, I'll move there and I'll burn the whole city down before I leave. How about that?
But bro,
I
just
swear
come
that.
Barca, bro. It's real talk. We got beach. I feel like you could use the beach right now. You know, some sunshine.
Fuck
you
your
know,
beaches.
some sun
Fuck your
rays.
beaches.
You could get the
Yeah,
sunbed
they're full-
out. You can
they're
get
full
a
of
cocktail. You know
Catalan.
that I had the other day. I had a mojito. You know, strawberry mojito. Had a little mojito. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had
You can get
paella.
the little strawberry mojito
Yeah,
right now. You know what I'm saying?
I had a paella. I
You
had
can
a
get
pina
one.
colada.
There's one pan
I-
tacos as well. One pan tacos economical.
Oh,
you
I
get
had
me?
that in
My
Madrid as
city has
well.
everything, bro.
Oh, I had that in Madrid as
You're
well.
going on about it. Bro, this. I can't believe this, bro. Just come to Barcelona. Everything done. Halas. You know what I'm saying? Halas.
I
As
would
the
rather,
Arabs would
bro.
say.
Bro, I would rather
calm,
cut
bro.
my. Bro,
You like
I
tacos?
would.
You like tacos? There's some good tacos. You know what I mean? There's tequeños, but there's bare things, bro. Do you know what
You
I'm
know one
saying?
thing? I know, but
They
the
got hot
issue
dogs
is,
out here. They're everything, bro.
listen, you fraud. I would rather cut off my fucking arm than move to your shitty city, your stupid shit fucking beaches, and your shitty Camp Nou stadium. Yeah? If I could, I would burn your fucking club down to ashes, mate. Best believe I would.
You know what they say? You know, kings don't talk to peasants. You know what I'm saying? We're the champions. No.
Cool. Who's got the king's crown? Who's got the king's crown over the club, you fraud? Huh. Yeah, hold that.
Bro, right now your club's looking like the Spanish Man United, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
You're
How
lucky
many
your stadium
UCLs
ain't
cool,
pissing
how
down.
many
That's the
UCLs
only
have-
thing. That's what I'm saying. I swear your stadium's got like a supermarket side. You could go to the mega store.
Yeah, I'll
Imagine
burn
how
that
many
mega store
you
up
can
to
buy in the
bits.
mega store, bro.
Oh yeah. I'll piss on that mega store and tell them to go suck their mums. And tell them fuck off.
What a fake fan. You know what I'm saying? What a fake fan. Why would you not want to go in the mega store?
Because they don't win anything right now. So why should I give them my money?
Yeah, but if you can't support them in the bad times, you don't deserve to support them in the good times.
Oh yeah. But I'm here every single flipping day. Ain't I? Yeah. Wasting my
Wait, Sam, have you got a
time.
girlfriend? Have you got a girlfriend at the moment? Have you got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, forget about it. Don't come, Barca. Forget about it. Don't come, Barca, if you got a girlfriend.
Why? Why? What happened? What? You're telling me what? You're telling me if I said no, you
just stay there. No, just trust me. Just stay there.
Sam,
Don't come.
all seriousness, right?
Yeah.
Like you're absolutely spot on, mate. Like, and we need more fans worldwide. You guys, Real Madrid.
I'm fake though, apparently.
No. You are the last battalion. I'm not just saying this, bro. You are the last line of defense when it comes to football. This is how bad football is right now, yeah?
Nah, that line of defense is being rocked, bro. The line of defense is with Barcelona right now. We're
shut the hell up, you.
We're setting the standard right
What
now.
is next, Sam? Honestly, what is next? Like, Perez out? Who do you bring in? Do you bring Calderon back? or do you bring someone else that's
Perez, my brother, I'd kick this guy fucking in the face and tell him, go fuera. Fuera. Leave my club, you old prick. What the fuck? Bro, you're ruining your own fucking legacy now at this point. What is this?
So does Calderon not get you out of this shit show?
Bro,
then?
Look. This is what's happened now, and this is why I need to be very careful now. Florentino, in this period of time, all right, this is a guy who now is prioritizing players who sells more shirts and who looks better. I'm not even lying. That's what Florentino has turned to. I want a president that will, number one, use the academy more, because that is something I will ask you all. If you guys played against a crap side in Championship or even lower, League 1 or League 2, let's say you've got a team, it's 50-50. Some are first-team players, some of the others are academy players, all right? Or bench players or / academy players. If I told you after that game you would lose 3-2, but the best players would be your academy players and they would perform better than the first team, what would you guys think? What would you think of those first team players?
The game's gone, mate. The game's gone. That's what I would think. The game's fucking gone.
Yeah.
The game's definitely
That's what happened.
club. They don't know how to play ball.
Northside, exactly. And that's what happened tonight, which is why I'm now saying this right now. I want more of these Castilla players to play who will run and fight for my badge. Not even that. When you buy players now, buy players that flipping make sense for the team. Not who sells the most shirts, who looks better. Bro, respectfully, we're not homosexuals. All right? Listen, each to their own. But we don't care about how you look. Football ain't about how you look. But if you want to, if people are going to care about how you look, go and be a model. Go and be an underwear model. Whether that's a guy or a girl, don't give a shit. All right? I don't care. Bro, you could be the most ugliest motherfucker.
But it's good for the brand, though. It's good for the brand. It's good for the brand.
Yeah, fuck your brand. How about I make the brand bigger by winning? How about that? Yeah, how about that? Fuck your brand. Not even that. Bro, you can be the most ugliest motherfucker I know. If your talent is up here, bring him here.
But you can say you have the best looking club. You got the best looking squad in La Liga.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, guess what? I'll piss on the looks of flipping day. Yeah. And there's plenty of others that would want to stay in line as well. Yeah. Nobody cares about your fucking. Nobody cares about your fucking looks, you de puta. Nobody cares about that. We care about who flipping wins us trophies. Win me trophies. I've seen over 30 trophies in my lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah, but they could say that you guys have been winning so much, though, bro. They can say that you're entitled, though. You're an entitled.
I ain't finished. I ain't finished. You've 15 Champions Leagues, make it 20. 36 league titles, make it 50.
It's not FIFA.
What? Fuck off. About it's not FIFA. Real Madrid, go and get me the players that I need.
I said Amorim is available.
Nah, bro. That's a violation. That's a violation,
yeah,
bro.
Violation to sport. Bro, with all due respect, we don't give a shit about how you look. We don't give a shit about how much shirt sales you do. But we don't give a shit about that. You will earn money by winning trophies.
But who's available? But who's available, though?
Anyone's available. Pay the fucking money. What the hell? Oh, who's available? All right, cool. Who's available? How did Toni Kroos end up here? Where did he come from? Oh yeah. He came from Bayern. How did Luis Figo end up here? Oh, he ditched Barca for Madrid. Oh, wow. Where did Roberto Carlos come from? Where did Zizou come from? Where did Ronaldo come from?
Yeah, but the landscape has changed. The landscape of the game.
A landscape where teams were better than Madrid back then. We still managed to get them. No, it's the same fucking landscape as it is 20 bloody years later, mate. Yeah.
What are you gonna do if Barca wins the Champions League and wins the league?
I'm flying over to Madrid. I'm gonna kick. Yeah, I'm flying over to Madrid. I'm holding the banner up. Oh, I don't give a shit.
I'm holding the banner up.
Bro, I'll hold the banner up with the Ultra Sur and I will sing Florentino
with the
Division.
megaphone.
No. I'll let the Ultras do that. Me, I will hold the banner with my friend. I will hold the banner up like this and demand Florentino to leave. All of you, leave. Oh, where did
Would you be
Modric come from,
fuming
by
if
the way?
Barcelona had another treble? Would you be absolutely livid if Barcelona had another treble?
Bro, if they do a domestic treble or they do a fucking Lord have mercy on my soul if they manage to do a quad. If they do any of that,
that'd
if
be amazing,
Florentino,
bro. You coming to the parade?
They've done the treble twice.
Are
They
you
did it
coming
in
to the
09
parade,
and
Sam?
yeah,
2015.
I'll come to the parade just to
You come
blow
link me
your
for the
parade
parade,
up.
yeah?
Yeah, I'll come to it just to blow it up into pieces. That's what I'll fucking do. Yeah, fuck your parade. Fuck your club. Fuck Catalonia.
Come on, don't be like that.
Nah, fuck all of you, man. Simple as that, bro. Yeah, Madrid, España.
I won't
If
tell
even just
anyone.
that-
I won't tell the ultras that you're Real Madrid, bro.
Oh, they already know. They already know, man. I'm world famous now. No, bro. Do you know what
Nah,
it
it's
is?
calm. It's calm.
Nah,
If you
nah,
get
nah.
rushed, you get rushed, innit? It is what it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Northside. Nah, North. If I get rushed, I'll just call in the cavalry. I'll just call in the cavalry. Come in, bro. Nah, listen. On a serious note.
No, just to enjoy the atmosphere. That's why I
North-
was inviting you, so you can enjoy the atmosphere, the trophies, the atmosphere.
Oh, what an atmosphere! Oh yeah, what an atmosphere! I'm really enjoying it, mate. Seeing my team get embarrassed every week. Oh, what an atmosphere! Oh, Saeed, just enjoy the flipping atmosphere. Oh, enjoy the atmosphere, Saeed. How about fuck off? How about fuck off?
To be honest, I'm amazed
How about
Bellingham
fuck
still
off?
at your football club. I'm amazed Jude Bellingham still at your football club. That guy is
Jude Bellingham. I saw what your girlfriend. We've seen the picture you on your beach with your girlfriend, bro. Here, you can suck on this one, mate. You can suck on with it. You can suck on
How
this
the
one.
hell
And
do
if that's
people
not enough,
talk about Jude Bellingham? It's crazy.
you can do this.
The way that the English
Yeah?
media
Get out of my
overhyped this
club.
guy. The guy is so overrated. How do people think that he's world class? It is
His
mental.
PR, I swear, this brother's PR, mate. Him and Mbappe. Let me get to Mbappe in 1 second. Jude Bellingham's PR, bro. Respectfully, my guy.
He's full of PR, mate.
He's behaving like he thinks he's Zizou.
Mm.
He's behaving like he thinks he's Zinedine Zidane. Bro, you can't even look at Zizou's boots. You can't even, let alone brace them.
Start
right? Yeah, fuck
But he's the
Starboy.
best in the middle. He's one of the best players in the world. He got the Young Player of the Year and all that in 23. I thought he was that good. And
One season wonder when Toni Kroos was there. Now that this guy is not there, he's not going to talk anymore. Yeah, good. Yeah, zip your mouth, dude. Zip. Yeah, just cierra la boca. That's all you need to do. Cierra la boca, fuera la puerta. That's all you need to do.
I
Not only
guarantee you,
that-
when it comes to the World Cup, he'll absolutely stink. One game he'll have a stinker and hooked, and everyone will be laughing at him.
I want him to play him because you're not winning it if he starts. Yeah,
Mate, we ain't winning the World Cup with him.
I have a feeling he won't make the World Cup. I hope Tommy Tuchel sticks to his guns and don't pick him. And
I
then,
hope he-
then
It's not
you'll see
even that.
Righty, then you'll see Righty fucking crying his eyes out. Dry your eyes, mate, and all of that bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. I'm here
Bro.
for it. Like, people need to realise what time it is, bro. Jude
Bro,
Bellingham
it's not
ain't
even
it.
that.
Mbappe
It's
is
not.
for-
Even, it's not even that. Let's get on to Mbappe. Brother, a club failure. He's a club failure, bro.
Bro,
I'm sorry, man.
Man said PSG won the Champions League before him. He should have stayed. Imagine
Bro, they
PSG
won
winning the
as
Champions
soon
League.
as he left, they won it. As soon as he left. As soon as
Should
he
have
left,
stayed at
they
PSG,
won it.
man. He should have stayed. He should have stayed
He
at
was
No, but
PSG.
they
the
wouldn't have won it if he was there.
He was the problem. That's why. That's why PSG won it. He was the problem.
Yeah. Because what was the one thing that he begged Luis Enrique of him of? Press. Help the attack and everyone press. What did he do? I'll tell you what he did. He decided to screw his instructions and everything fell apart. Then, okay, on to the next thing. Alonso begged the same thing of him. Press. You need to help press. You have to help the team press. You have to help the team press as a unit. It can't be just 9 players, but you don't do anything.
Galacticos part 2, bro. Galacticos
Yeah.
part 2.
Yeah, but that's what he's done. North. He's done the exact same thing again. bro. If I show you on Twitter the amount of Madrid fans kicking off, not just in Madrid but all over the world, kicking off now at Florentino at these players, bro, you would think it's World War III right now. That's how bad the situation is now got. All right. And you see, look, but this is where I can tell Northside and Nasta and Quadra, no disrespect now towards your club, but this is why I can tell that your fan base, mate, is fucked. Because if this happened to your club, bro, move on to the next one. You see here, one flipping game like this, and it's a crisis. One game. 2 games like this. And the season, Dave. You don't see that in English football anymore. No. I'm not even going to lie.
This is why this manager's been here for 6 years, bro. But you know this. You know this. Like, this is why this manager's been here for so long. He's got a way.
Don't worry, though. Don't worry, though, because according to Ødegaard, he will be the next Real Madrid president, apparently, when he leaves Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. Ex-Barca. Ex-La Masia. The same guy that couldn't actually make it to Barca, couldn't play for the national team. He wasn't even good enough to play for England. Filhos da puta, filhos da merda, and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even get picked because Xabi Alonso and Xavi and all them lot were way better than him.
Iniesta,
yeah.
All of them, bro. Look, I'm not hearing this Arteta is some Lord and Saviour, yeah? That guy, Jim Jones, Captain Black, if you don't know who they are, look them up, especially Captain Black, Captain Scarlet settings and all of that, yeah? That's what he looks like. That's what he is. This guy, yeah? And people will say, oh, but you won today. You're overreacting. Okay, watch against Forest. Watch against Man United. You have a new manager, by the way. You have a new manager. Watch against Man United. Watch against Inter Milan. Watch against Internazionale and all of that bollocks. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though it's there or thereabouts a meaningless game because we've basically already qualified, yeah? Then we've got Leeds at the end of the month. Leeds United. The same Leeds, by the way, guys, that I said we're going to stay up. Almost like I know ball. Funny that. Yeah. Funny that. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is having the season of his life. He fucked off doing the modelling gig and all that shit that he was doing at Everton, yeah? Doing all the handbag merchant bollocks, yeah? And then he's actually starting to play ball. The players are actually playing to his strengths. But in this team, at Arsenal, with the Asna, yeah, we can't play to Gyokeres' strengths. 97 goals in 2 years. And he's only just got his first goal in how long? Tonight?
3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks.
This is the thing.
Nearly a month, bro. Nearly a month. It's not good enough.
He's got like... That's it. He wants... But it's the thing, Fajar Nasser. This is the thing, North. He wants Gyokeres to fail because he wants to prove a point. He never wanted him. He's going to do this until Havertz is fully fit. He's bringing Havertz back in. That's what he's going to do. Bro, yeah, and this is the thing, bro. The fact... Look, Florentino won't be here for much longer. Yeah, his time is coming to an end. Bro, the fact I've had a rant, yeah, and it's been 2 seasons now like this. The fact we're all having a rant, all those Madridistas, the fact you have had this for nearly 7 years, and there are still people saying, "Oh, hold up, now wait, we need to give him one more season, bro." I don't know how you guys survive in this club, because I don't even know how I would go through every day.
Exactly. North is loving life, bro. That's how he's.
I don't know how any of you Arsenal fans survive your fan base, bro. I genuinely don't get it.
You have to have other things going on in your life, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, you know what I mean, do what you do. You got to win in other areas. You know what I'm saying? With the gyal, you know what I'm saying? Eat some good food. You know, nice holiday. You got to win in other areas, bro. Because when you're not winning, when your team ain't winning, you have to win elsewhere, bro. Because it's dark then. Like if your own life is looking depressing and your team's looking depressing, it's long, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm telling you, bro. Like man, just out here slanging it. You know what I'm saying? It's out here slanging it, bro. Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? Batman. Just making sure the girls get a good service and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing, bro. Halftime, I was slanging it, bro. I'm saying.
Should I still come to Barca?
Attack.
Yeah. Attack.
But the issue is, Bro, do you know what the issue is?
No.
Northside City has got the best pocket thieves on the planet, pretty much. That's the issue. So, North, am I staying safe? Am I staying safe?
What?
Because we all see what your pocket thieves do in your city, bro.
Nah. That was there was context behind that. There was actually context behind that. This whole thing that you're gonna get robbed in Barca is bullshit. It's, if you behave a certain type of way, you're getting robbed, and that's what happened there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
So there's unwritten rules there. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like if you just go about your day and you know what I mean, like you just go about your business. People don't rob you like that. You don't do nothing stupid. I'll be real. I've been here a month. No one's robbed me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the only time is when I put my jacket on and then everyone cleared the club because there was no cloakroom for that specific club. Was the only time my jacket got taken, but that's because it was unattended because everyone left, and obviously they didn't pick up my jacket, so somebody else just picked it up. But unless that, I've had my phone out. I've been out with like my selfie stick, everything. My phone is out like this. No one's tried to rob me. I've had power packs like in my back pocket. Like battery packs. I've had my flipping dongle there, like I was streaming off my dongle. No one's robbed me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So this whole thing, Barca, is really dangerous and you're gonna get robbed. It's bullshit. Like, I'm telling you that now. Like if you do stupid stuff, you're gonna get robbed. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like being in London. Like most time in London, you don't get robbed. But if you do certain stupidness, you're getting robbed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're giving people an opportunity to rob you, then they're going to rob you. This happens in most places in the world. Like it's not a Barca thing. So coming from London, I'm like, I don't see it any different from London. Like, you know, every big city you got to be
better weather.
Well, better weather,
better
yeah,
food,
yeah. But
better
you know what I mean? Like,
better
But
girls.
ultimately, Sam, it's about being streetwise, isn't it? I live in London now,
Mm.
and I've been living in London for time. Yeah, no one's approaching me now. Granted, I'm 5'10". I'm not a small guy. I'll leave it at that. Do you know what I'm saying? I know how to take care of myself. But if I wasn't streetwise and all of that shit, and if I was looking for trouble, then a lot more things can happen. But if you don't and you keep yourself to yourself, you go about your day like North says, nothing happens. No one even approaches me like that. The worst thing they do or try, like they ask me, is for cigarettes, bro. That is it. That is the worst thing that they do. They'll ask me for cigarettes and I'm like, nah. Even when I'm smoking one in front of them, I'm just like, nah. And I know I've got a pack in my pocket, Even if I've got a full pouch, I'm just like, nah, I ain't giving you one. I know times are tough, but I don't have to give you one. Do you know what I'm saying? What are they going to do? What, fight me? That's a long day if you want to do that shit to me, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that. Honestly,
it just is what it is. You know what to do and what not to do when you're street smart. You know what to do and what not to do, and you know when you need to be just a little bit more alert, and that's really it. But people here, they're not gonna stick you up and take you for your stuff. If they're gonna rob you, they're gonna try to do it in a very sly way. But you have to give them the opening to do that. So it is what it is. Like I've been out with like my jewelry on, a nice watch on. No one's done nothing to me. And for a long time, I was here on my own. So listen, big up to everyone that's locked in. We're going to redirect to Lee for the emergency meeting. I will be jumping on. Big up to everyone locked in. And big up to the boys. Big up Kwaja and Nat and Sam. And I'll see you guys there literally in 2 minutes. Love.